Hey Baxter, Pastor Houston Jarrett here, Life Church Baxter campus, excited. We also want to invite you out to our campus across the road there at Upperman Middle School. 9 a.m. service starts on Sunday morning, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Come on over, guys, and see us at Life Church Baxter campus.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Susie Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Susie Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar Avenue in Cookeville.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baxter, Tennessee. I'm Blake.
And I'm Tucker.
And we've got an amazing matchup under the lights tonight. We've got the Alcoa Tornadoes taking on your Upperman Bees.
Yeah, Blake, it's the second round of the playoffs, and we've got two powerhouse programs that always bring the energy. You can already feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah, both teams know what's at stake. Win and move on, or lose and go home. You got two hungry squads ready to battle out here in Baxter, Tennessee.
No doubt about it, Blake. Both sides are very loaded with talent and have something to prove. Let's dive in and see how these two squads stack up against each other.
Yeah, let's go over the Alcoa Tornadoes. They come in here at 10-1 and ranked number 18 in Tennessee. They opened the season with a statement win over 6A rival Maryville. Then they knocked off another 6A team in Bearden. Once district play started, they dominated Gibbs 52-7 and cruised off to a 9-0 start. In the final week of the regular season, though, they fell in a heartbreaker to Anderson County 31-30, but they bounced back last week in the first round of the playoffs and steamrolled Cherokee 56-0.
Yeah, Blake, fun fact about that Anderson County loss, it was their first region loss since 2011. But anyways, the Alcoa Tornadoes, they are a historic Tennessee powerhouse, holding state records for the most state championships with 23 and the longest streak of consecutive titles with 10. Their dominance spans decades, a 3-year run in the late 70s, a 7-year run from 2004 to 2010, and their record-setting decade-long streak that wrapped up with their 2024 state title. Now competing in Class 4A, they continue to reload year after year. They produce stars like Randall Cobb, and program's consistency is a credit to legendary coach Gary Rankin and his successor Brian Nix.
Yeah, let's go over some key players for Alcoa. You got the senior offensive tackle Jacob Crow. He's a 3-star Texas Tech commit. He's massive, standing at 6'8", 310 pounds. Upperman faced another 3-star earlier, Beach, Caden Fooch, and they had problems with him. So you got to watch Jacob tonight. Then you got the junior wide receiver Jameer Dean. He is a slot for Alcoa. He's really a playmaker. He's got SEC offers from Vanderbilt and Mississippi State, and he's got looked at from Tennessee. And then the junior quarterback Thomas Manu. He's a dynamic dual threat. He's a semifinalist for Middle Tennessee along with Ronston, so he is a great player.
Yeah, and then you've got the Upperman Bees. They're coming in here tonight at 9-2 and ranked number 29 in the state of Tennessee. They started fast with the win over Knoxville Webb, and then they fell to a Class 4A powerhouse in Greenville. From there, they bounced back with the win over Farragut and Stone Memorial, and then they lost to a close one to Beach. And then the Bees got hot, ripping off wins over DeKalb County, Livingston Academy, York Institute, White County, Macon County, and then taking down Signal Mountain 50-6 in round 1.
Yeah, the Bees have built a reputation for toughness, discipline, and consistency. Under head coach Adam McCain, they become one of the premier programs in Class 4A, highlighted by the 2023 state championship appearance. The 2024 playoff run did end earlier than they wanted, but this group has made it clear. Upperman football is here to stay.
Yeah, Blake, some of the key players for Upperman tonight, it's going to be Bronston Chaffin, the senior quarterback, Georgia State commit, and he's a Mr. Football semifinalist, and he's ranked number 5 in Tennessee with over 3,225 total yards. He's everything for Upperman.
Yeah.
I mean, he can do it all. We've been saying it all season. He can run, he can pass, and Alcoa's defense, they haven't faced a quarterback like this all season. They have their work cut out for them tonight. Another dude they have their work cut out for tonight is Colton Johnson, the junior linebacker and tight end. He's a defensive anchor with 123 tackles. He's number 11 in the state, and he's been picking up offers left and right. And then lastly, Carmine Phillips, the senior running back, a power runner, ranked number 11 in 4A with 958 rushing yards. And last week, he had 5 rushing touchdowns in round 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah, we got playmakers everywhere, man. This one could swing with just a few explosive moments. But before kickoff, let's check out the rest of 4A playoffs in state tonight. And we're also going to make our picks for these games.
First one we got is 10-1 Greenville versus 8-3 White County. I like Greenville in a blowout here. I mean, Upperman blew out White County, and Greenville beat Upperman. So based off that, Greenville's going to just blow them out.
Based off that logic, Greenville is likely to blow them out, and I think Greenville's going to win. I feel like White County's season has just went down ever since they came to Baxter and Upperman blew them out. But I like Greenville in a blowout for sure. Then we got 10-1 Stone Memorial hosting 8-2 Anderson County. That's a heavyweight matchup with fireworks written all over it. I mean, I feel like these teams are pretty comparable. Not the top of the top in their division. Obviously, Alcoa for Anderson, Upperman for Stone. I really like this matchup. Upperman destroyed Stone. But Anderson County, they beat Alcoa. So I'm going to go with Anderson. I think it won't be very close. I think Anderson's just a better team in that game.
Yeah, I'm going to take Anderson County as well. Like you said, Upperman went to Stone Memorial's place and beat him by 40 points.
Yeah.
Stone Memorial, they do have an amazing quarterback in Noah Potter. He was in discussion for Mr. Football in the state of Tennessee. But Anderson County, they beat Alcoa. I mean, you can see it in this game right here. They're massive. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Yeah.
And I like Anderson County to blow them out. And then you've got 9-2 Gibbs versus 7-4 Red Bank. Two physical teams ready to go to war, and I'm going to go with Gibbs here. Red Bank only beat Macon County by 3 points, and that came down to Macon County's kicker. And Gibbs, they are a very well-balanced team, so I'm going to go with Gibbs.
Yeah, in all honesty, Red Bank probably shouldn't be here. I think Gibbs is going to kill them. I really do like this Gibbs team this year. I think they got a lot of good players on the team, and I think Gibbs could go far in this playoffs. Our next matchup is 9-2 Dyer County versus 8-3 Marshall County. Elite showdown with major implications. I mean, this is one of the best matchups of the night, in my opinion. I've been struggling with picking this game all week. I think Dyer County is going to win. I think they're the better team, but I think that's going to be a great game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dyer County, too. Dyer County has some amazing playmakers all over the field, and Marshall County's defense is very good. And Dyer County, I feel like they're going to have more explosive plays, so I'm going to go with Dyer County. And then you've got 9-2 Crockett County versus 7-4 Pearl Cone. I'm going to go with Pearl Cone here. I mean, Pearl Cone, they're most likely going to be in the state championship. Pearl Cone, they have faced a gauntlet of a schedule. They have faced teams like Maryville and Battleground Academy, and they're still 7-4. So I'm going to go with Pearl Cone.
Yeah, then we got... Oh, excuse me. I had never made my pick on that game. I think Pearl Cone is going to kill them. Pearl Cone, they've pretty much played the Green Bay Packers this year. That's why they have that 7-4 record. But I think Pearl Cone, I think they're going to go deep in the playoffs. I made my bracket at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the playoffs, and I had Pearl Cone in the state championship. So I really like Pearl Cone in that game. Then you got 5-5 Springfield taking on 8-3 South Gibson. Springfield's actually hosting this game. I think South Gibson's a really good team, but I think Springfield, despite the 5-5 record, I think Springfield's going to get it done tonight.
Yeah, and then I didn't make my pick either. I think South Gibson, their defense is a very tough defense to face. But Springfield, they are very underrated, and I like Springfield to get it done tonight at home.
Yeah, then we got Springfield, which is 10-1, traveling to 8-3 Lexington. I mean, Springfield's been one of the best teams all season. I really like Springfield in this game. I think they can also go deep too. I mean, there's so many good teams in 4A this year.
Yeah, Springfield's got one of the best sophomores you're ever going to see in Jermaine Cobbins. He's a 4-star.
Yeah, let's go over the last game's results. Upperman faced Signal Mountain in the first round, and Upperman kind of killed them. They were led by the running back, Carmine Phillips. I mean, Bronston really didn't have his best game, but Carmine backed it up for sure, having 5 touchdowns in that game, and Upperman got it done based off of his performance alone.
Yeah, and then Alcoa beat Cherokee 56-0. It was total domination. They were up by 56 in the third quarter, and that score stayed the same. It was 56-0 Alcoa.
Now let's go over the last matchup that these teams faced each other. It was November 23rd, 2018, and one of the coldest nights of the year. The ball was actually flown in by a helicopter, the game ball. Both teams were undefeated with a spot on the playoffs on the line. Alcoa got up 21-0, but Upperman fought back and they made it a one-score game. But at the end of the game, Alcoa did score and went on to win the state championship after that.
Yeah, Alcoa, they have been on a major run the past decade. Some storylines to watch is going to be the star power. Both teams have some really great players on both sides of the ball. For Alcoa, you have Thomas Manu and Jacob Crow, the offensive lineman, and Jameer Dean. I mean, playmakers everywhere. You can give one of the Alcoa players the ball, and they'll find a way to make a play. But on the other side, you have Bronson Chaffin and Carmine Phillips and Elijah Fitz and Colton Johnson. I mean, it's going to come down to which players can make big plays.
Agreed.
These two, I feel like it's going to come down to which team has the ball last.
Yep.
And both teams, they haven't really used their playmakers well over the past couple weeks, I would say. Carmine Phillips, he has had 5 touchdowns, but Colton Johnson, I feel like they need to look at him more, and I think they're going to do that tonight.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The next storyline to watch is the running game. You know, both these teams want to establish a run early in the game. Obviously, we saw Upperman more pass hesitant last week against Anderson, but I mean, Carmine Phillips, the running back, still had 5 touchdowns. Upperman just relies on that rushing attack with Bronston's legs, Carmine's legs, and really both teams, the main priority, establish a running game early.
Yeah, and another one is going to be probably the biggest one, composure under pressure. This is the game of the week in state of Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
You have been looking forward to this matchup ever since Alcoa came to 4A. You've thought of the potential of Upperman versus Alcoa, and both teams are really hyped up for this game. You see Alcoa, they were running around doing circles on the field, it felt like in pregame. It's which team can be composed under pressure. Bronston has not played well in big games this season. Through 2 interceptions against Beach, 2 interceptions against Greenville. He's going to have to have his best game tonight to beat Alcoa.
For sure. Some X factors tonight. My pick is going to be Bronston Chaffin, as you just alluded to. He's not been the best in the biggest games, but boy, does Upperman meet him tonight. I mean, he has to be a 3-star and more tonight.
Yeah, mine is going to be Jameer Dean, the Alcoa wide receiver. Like we said, he has had SEC offers from teams like Mississippi State and Vanderbilt. It's been being looked at by Tennessee. And this kid can do it all. He's 6'3", but he's 180 and he's shifty. He can get across. He's going to be lined up in the slot tonight. And Thomas Mono, his pocket composure is so great. And Jameer Dean finds a way to get open, and they've been doing that all season. So Jameer Dean, they're going to have to watch out for him tonight.
In our bold predictions, my bold prediction is Upperman's going to get up early and not look back from there. I mean, you guys aren't going to like that at home, but Alcoa is pretty much a 6A team hiding at 4A right now, and they're probably going to win it all this year.
Yeah, mine's going to be Alcoa's run game does get shut down. We heard that their backup running back was hurt coming into this game, so they're going to be running their 3rd-string running back and their 1st string. I don't like Alcoa's run game. You have seen it all year.
Yeah.
I just don't really feel like anything's going to really happen with that. Upperman's defense has only gotten better over the season, and Andrew Bohan is coming back tonight after getting hurt in senior night and missing last week's game, and I feel like Alcoa's run game gets shut down.
Well, let's go over our score prediction, Tucker. Mine's going to be Alcoa 35, Upperman 14. You know, I think it's going to be a similar game to the last time these two teams faced, but I think it's going to be low scoring, but I think Alcoa is going to come out of here with a victory and probably win the whole state championship, make it 11 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Alcoa 45, Upperman 31, and that's ultimately going to lead to Bronston Chaffin's last game as an Upperman Bee. You know, Alcoa, I feel like it's going to be a 1-score game going into the 4th quarter, and Alcoa is going to have a big possession in the 4th quarter, just drain the whole clock down. And I'm liking Alcoa 45-31. And one thing I want to point out, the leaderboard rankings for this season. I'm 11-0 and you're 10-1.
Yeah.
You picked Upperman over Greenville, and I've picked every game right. So I just want to allude to that for what could be the last game of the season for Upperman, but hopefully not.
Well, it's shaking up to be an awesome night of high school football. Thank you for joining us for the pregame show. Kickoff is just minutes away, so we're going to send it off to Josiah and Bryson for the call of the game.
Welcome to Billy C. Rogers as the Upperman Bees host the Alcoa Tornadoes in what is set to be a great matchup.
Yes, two fantastic teams going at it. We talked to Bronson Chaffin, star Upperman quarterback, in an interview a couple weeks back. He said he believes it's the best 4A offense versus the best 4A defense. And man, oh man, am I excited to watch this game.
Absolutely, and playoff implications are here tonight. You're looking at a game that will probably determine who makes it to the state semifinal game against Greenville if Greenville continues the way they're playing. These two teams can win a state championship, and I think one of them will win a state championship. These are, in my opinion, two of the three best teams in 4A football this year. And in the second round, we have a treat tonight.
Yeah, man, I expected these teams to play eventually with the new bracket in the TSSAA playoffs, but I didn't expect it to be this early.
Absolutely.
But Alcoa, I mean, they're 45-3 since 2022. So Upperman, they're a great regular season team. They shine. One loss this season, but Alcoa, or two losses this season, but Alcoa only has 1-2, and they lost to Anderson County in a very close game, and that game came down to the wire. So if Upperman wants to win tonight, they're going to have to play their best football.
And the one concern I have for Upperman football is what quality win do we have? Do you count Stone Memorial as a quality win? I don't know. I don't think I would count Stone Memorial just because I don't see Stone Memorial as a championship contender in 4A. This is a chance to silence that and get possibly the biggest win all season. It is packed here tonight. People are calling it the game of the year in 4A football, maybe in Tennessee football. UCR game of the week, definitely the game of the week for the UHS Hive. I think it's the game of the week in Tennessee football.
Yeah, man. Everyone and their mother is here tonight. Everyone and their cat, their dog. The pets are even out here. Alcoa's stands are packed too, so the visiting team usually travels pretty well here in Baxter, but the captains are now walking off. Number 8, Bronson Chaffin for the Bees. Number 6, Carmine Phillips. And number 36, Walter Kane.
And for the Alcoa Tornadoes, number 77, the 6'8", 300-pound offensive tackle. That's Jacob Crow, and he is committed to play collegiate football at Texas Tech, which if you don't watch college football, that's a very good and very big university. Can't see everyone else who's a captain for Alcoa, but Jacob Crow is probably the best player in Alcoa, and he's on the offensive line. He's the only person I've ever seen make Bronson Chaffin look small.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only player on Alcoa you can see right now because he's so big. Upperman, they've played a lot of big offensive tackles, just to name one. Beach, Jack Fooch, he was fantastic. He was committed to Penn State, then he flipped. So it's the same type of caliber player. I watched some film on Crow, though, and he has really good footwork. I think it's better than Fooch. And so Upperman, their D-line, they're going to have to get some pressure tonight, but I don't know if they can because Manu, he's great in the pocket, but with this O-line, I mean, their O-line and D-line play one way, so they're always fresh, like you said earlier. So I believe Upperman, a big key to this game is rushing the passer and getting to the passer.
Absolutely. And the other captains for Alcoa, just so we can mention them real fast, Blair Goodson, the senior defensive end, number 48, Kenny Harris, and number 8, Jacoby Cooper, and he's a senior wide receiver, and he'll make plays tonight. And here come the Alcoa Tornadoes, a program that we need to talk about real fast. 10 straight state championships in 3A football, obviously made the jump to 4A this year. 23 state titles in school history.
Yeah, man, that's just absolutely insane. 10 straight, but Upperman, they're fantastic too. They should have made the state championship, in my opinion, in the last 2 seasons. Just coming up a little bit short, but Upperman, they're trying to prove that they can hang with these type of teams in 4A football.
Absolutely, and this is a career-defining moment for Bronson Chaffin. Honestly, Alcoa probably has the edge out of a lot of positions tonight. They've got more depth on the offensive and defensive line, maybe a little bit more depth at the receiver and cornerback position. But where Upperman has the edge is the quarterback position. Thomas Manu, also a Mr. Football semifinalist for Alcoa. He's a great player. Hasn't thrown an interception all year long, but he's not a Bronson Chaffin.
No, like you said, I mean, Bronson, he has the edge on nearly every single quarterback in Tennessee football. But, I mean, Manu, he's great. Like you said, 27 touchdowns, 0 picks. He's coming from Maryville, actually, the city rival, and he has 162.8 QBR. That's about the highest in high school I've ever seen.
Hasn't thrown an interception all year.
He's
is absolutely ridiculous.
So he's definitely going to put up a good test for some defense players. Keys tonight, I feel like Tate Porath, man. He's a senior. This could be his last game. He gets the passer a lot, and I feel like he got to put a lot of pressure on Manu and maybe get an interception or force fumble. He needs to make a big play.
And it's playoff time at Billy C. Rogers. Alcoa set to kick off. It's number 18. Manu's the kicker, according to the roster. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks be kickers too. Feels a little bit different right here. Bees will get the ball to start. They need to go down and kick. Go score. I was wrong. The kicker is Kyron Tyson, number 19.
Wow.
Absolutely booted.
Yeah, that's a bomb of a kick.
A touchback. And already some extracurriculars after the play. It's a tone-setting drive right here for the Upperman Bees, Bryson.
Yeah, I feel like the first drive for the Bees, they need to set the tone. But off the edge, I mean, Alcoa, they have about everyone. They have Cade Stinnett. He's a senior. He leads the team with 6.5 sacks. But Janaris Henry also has 4.5, and Carter Cowart, the senior, has 4 sacks too. And Janaris Henry, he's 4.5 sack guy, but he's only a sophomore.
Chaffin, no running back in the backfield. Will start off the game. Motion man across. It's Phillips. It's a handoff to Phillips. Bounces out. And on the first play of the game, Carmine Phillips is going. Gets pushed out of bounds in tornado territory. What a play by the senior.
Yeah, man, that's what the Bees do. You know, everyone's coming in this game. They're thinking Alcoa, big and bad, right? Upperman, they just showed him right there. Carmine Phillips, senior. This could be his last game. He's trying to make a statement here with the O-line and the quarterback.
And on the first play of the game, exactly what Coach Kane wanted. Get the momentum on your side.
Already in plus territory, first play of the game. That's a good sight to see.
Porath checks in for the Bees. He's a dangerous player, plays fullback and sometimes as a receiver.
The Tornadoes were talking smack all day on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, about every social media you can find. And the Bees are showing them what they're in for tonight. I mean, this back-to-back plays by Carmine Phillips, and he's just making a heck of a play every single time. Swiss Army knife, like we said the whole season. He is a big key to this game. He needs to keep this up, and he alone will give the Bees the edge on offense.
Absolutely, and 18 seconds have passed by, and Upperman already knocking on the door of putting points on the board. Chaffin in a shotgun set. He's going to keep it. Not a great pass there. Incomplete.
Looking for Jude Fitzpatrick on the edge. A little bit of a short pass. First pass of the day, though. It is getting a little chilly. It's that type of weather, so expect Bronson to have to warm up a little bit. Throw some passes, and I'm sure he'll be on target next time. I'm looking for Fitz today. I think tonight Fitz has to play a big role. Again, he's a senior, but he's been fantastic, especially on defense. But on offense, him and Bronson's chemistry is off the charts, and they need to have that this game.
Absolutely. Empty set. Once again, haven't seen this look a lot this year, but we're seeing it here right now. Chaffin, he's got 3 receivers to the right and motion man across. It's Phillips going to keep it for himself. He's bouncing. He's still moving. Solid gain on second down. Going to bring up a big third down.
And that's the edge we were talking about earlier. Bronson Chaffin standing at about 6'4". He's huge. Man, he can run over anybody. I don't care if they have a 6'8". He doesn't play defensive tackle, but if he did, I got Bronson in that. I mean, he can run over about anyone. He's fantastic. His rushing ability is going to be on full display tonight because that's really the heart of their offense.
6 yards on second down. Going to bring up a third down and 4. 2 receivers to the right. A lot of people behind the offensive line.
Massive third down right here.
It is a big third down. Chaffin hands it off to Phillips. Phillips! Did he get the first down? He's still going! Did he get in? They're saying touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Bees strike first.
That's number 6 for 6, Carmine Phillips. He's so good, man. Alcoa, they don't know what they're in for tonight. They thought it was going to be easy. They were talking all that smack. They just got steamrolled on the first drive of the game by basically just Carmine Phillips alone.
And a lot of people were counting Upperman out. Smaller school, not a historic school compared to Alcoa. They came in here and scored easily.
You know, the Tornadoes, maybe they have more stars, maybe they have taller players, maybe they have the bigger players, but Upperman has more heart for sure. And I like them in this game. They're doing really well. The crowd's getting them into it. Bronson, Colton, everybody's hyped right now. Parker Cox, great blocking right there. Fantastic. And this is the energy you need to beat this Tornadoes team.
Roberts makes the kick. 7-0 is the score. Bees come out, strike fast, strike early. So far, so good. However, Alcoa's offense is very, very explosive. Haven't thrown an interception all year. Very disciplined offense. They balance the run and the pass, so they can trick you up very easily. They have a lot of different formations. Watch for the Wildcat, and it's an emphasis on execution and getting the players exactly where they need to be. This is a high-powered offense, but hey, Upperman came in, punched him in the face.
Yeah, man, this is supposedly the best 4A defense in football. They give up 8 points a game, and they've already almost scored that on the first drive. That's the tone setter right there.
And 1 minute and 13 seconds are off the clock. Bryson, we're in for a show.
Just imagine they get a stop right here. You know how much momentum that will bring to this whole Bees team? I know Coach Kane, Coach Ram right now, they're drawing up something on defense. It's going to work against this team.
Roberts set to kick, the junior. It's a squib, fielded by number 34, and a swarm of Bees bring him down at about the 40. So pretty good field position for Alcoa. But Bees fans are here tonight. I'm seeing a lot of people from other schools come and watch. This is game of the week for a lot of people. Definitely the game of the week for 4A, maybe all of Tennessee too.
I feel like Upperman tonight, they definitely have the coaching edge. Coach Kane, Coach Ram, they've been fantastic all season.
Manu, the semifinalist for Mr. Football, starts in a pistol set. Rolls out to the right. First play, it's a completion out to the right side. Solid gain on first down.
He just rolls out to the right. That's kind of those NFL concept plays you see sometimes where the line shifts to the left and the quarterback rolls to the right. So he's on his correct shoulder. He squares the shoulders and throws it. That's a really good throw. But, you know, Upperman, they played that really well. They want to keep everything in front of them tonight and just rally to the football.
Two running back in the backfield. Manu, motion man. He's going to fake the pass outside, keep it for himself. But he's brought down. Sacked. Israel Alvarez takes him down, and it's a big third down for Alcoa early in the football game.
Yeah, that's the energy you want to see. I hope the Tornadoes right now, I bet they're in their head. I bet they are. You know, coming in, the crowd is hyped right now. Coming in, they were favored by a lot of points, by nearly everybody calling this game, talking about this game. And Upperman, they're setting the tone early. Big third down here. You need to stop.
3rd down and 4. Manu in an empty set. The Mr. Football semifinalist has the highest quarterback rating in 4A. Takes a pass out to the right, and it's going to be a first down. He's got blockers. It's a great play. And that was number 3, Damari Dubus, the junior, had blockers. Really well-designed play. And just like that, Alcoa gets a big first down.
Yeah, that's kind of a momentum killer right there. But Upperman, they're playing good so far. That's just a little screenplay. The blocking was fantastic. That's one of the things that I think Alcoa has the edge on tonight. Definitely blocking downfield. Their receivers, really big, a lot bigger than Upperman's. I feel like Upperman can stick with their receivers, but blocking-wise, they're a little small.
Manu, pistol set. Takes the snap. It's a quarterback keeper. Throw over the middle to number 0, Jameer Dean. Jameer Dean is the best player on Alcoa's offense. Has offers from Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, Louisville. The guy is a beast and has a great play there. First and goal for the Tornadoes.
He's really the tone of their offense. He's really the heart of their offense. He is probably one of the best receivers, definitely one of the best receivers in Tennessee football. I kind of compare him with Shavar Young. We played him earlier in the season, Knox Webb, week 1. They're the same type of archetype, same type of player. They're both really good in the open field. And as you can see, just a quick slant route on Upperman's best corner, Elijah Fitz. He made a move, and he almost made him miss.
And there's collegiate athletes all over the field tonight, Bryson. Manu, is it a handoff? It is. It's number 9, I believe, Micah Jones.
Yeah, he's really their bruiser running back. So Upperman, they're going to have to get some jumbo people in. I see Parker Cox coming in for Kobe Justice. So getting some big men in there, try to stuff the gaps, make it a lot harder for this Tornadoes offense to function in the short field.
And Manu's going to have Jones on the right hip, a receiver on each side. Cooper and Dean. Is it a handoff? It is. And is it a touchdown? It is. Just like that, Alcoa storms back and scores a touchdown, extra point away from being tied.
You know, we knew this was going to be a great game coming in, but I felt like it was going to be a little bit of a lower scoring game. You know, two great defenses, two great offenses though too. So I felt like it was going to be a little low scoring because tensions are super high and sometimes those expectations fall a little bit short. But tonight the offenses are on full display, and if they make it, it's going to be 7-7 tie game.
Number 19 set to kick. He's got a boot.
That's a beautiful kick right there. Shout out to that kicker, man.
Tyson, the senior. And just like that, with barely 4 minutes, not even 4 minutes gone in the football game, each team has a touchdown, and each team made it look pretty easy scoring. So we could be in for a shootout tonight.
And, you know, we would love to see that as fans. I really hope, and I do believe Upperman can win this football game. But if not, the seniors, this is going to be their last game of high school football. And some of them aren't going to the collegiate level. So, you know, if this is a shootout, this is a great game. At least you can look back on this and be like, man, we played our heart out. Upperman, they're not going to go down easy at all.
For the first time all season, we have new sponsors for the football game. Susie Q's, owned by our teacher and favorite person, Miss Susie. The address is 337 North Cedar, across from Cookeville Regional Medical. They sell all types of uniforms for policemen, firemen, nurses, and even sports equipment. And also, Life Church of Baxter could not do it without the sponsors for the round 2 game against the Alcoa Tornadoes. 7-7 is the score. 8 minutes, 15 seconds remain. And the kicker with a big legs and a kickoff, Tyson. It is booted. And another touchback. And that is such an advantage when you have a kicker that can get you a touchback. Because now the Bees are starting at the 20-yard line, and Alcoa started at the 40-yard line, so pretty big difference there.
Upperman, I mean, they're going to have to keep on scoring because the defense, they're going to get tired out eventually. Alcoa, like we talked about earlier, O-line, D-line, they're always going to be fresh because they don't play both ways. Upperman does. Some of their players play both ways. So Upperman, they're going to have to keep scoring and keep putting up points on the board.
Absolutely. And they're have a lot of fullbacks behind the offensive line, potentially a running play. And Bronson Chaffin's just going to run it up the middle. The Bronson special on first down will get a couple. A timeout, an injured Bee.
That appears to be Bronston.
It is Bronston Chaffin. Potentially a bloody nose. And just like that, Upperman's star quarterback is injured. Hopefully a quick injury.
Yeah, and Upperman, prayers up to Elijah Barlow and his family last week went down with an injury. They don't have a backup. So I'm curious to see who they put out there. They don't have a backup listed right now. It might just be Carmine. Yeah, it just might be Carmine out the Wildcat.
Wildcat set. Haven't seen this look all year. This is absolutely huge news for the Bees. And it's a keep by Phillips. Phillips has a good run there. But I believe it's going to be a third down.
Yeah, everyone's completely silent right now. Big play by Carmine, but everyone's just worried about the injured Bronson Chaffin. Hopefully he can get back on the field quickly. But Carmine he really needs to pick up this first down. If he picks up this first down, Bronson hopefully can get back out there and make something happen.
A 3rd and 1. Upperman is waiting as long as they can to see if Chaffin can get back in. He's got tissues in each side of his nose, so I believe a bloody nose is what happened. I don't think it's actually a serious injury. And Upperman's walking back as they call the timeout, and I believe they will.
Yeah, I believe they call a timeout to get their quarterback back in the game.
Yeah. Just like that, Bryson. That's how crazy the game that we love and the game we watch every Friday night is. Just like that, a player can get injured. And I think Bronson Chaffin's okay.
Looks like
he has a bloody nose for sure.
Yeah,
That's
looks
what
like
it
it's... Hopefully it's not terrible. No updates by anyone, but he's tough. He's a giant. He's very strong, and he's definitely the leader of this football team. So we hope and pray he can get back out there.
And this is a big break for Alcoa. If Chaffin has to stay out the rest of this drive, it's a big break for the Tornadoes. But it's going to be a 3rd down and 1, so pretty manageable for the Bees. And Chaffin's going to go back into the huddle.
Everyone's chanting. He's a fan favorite right here. No one wants this to be his last game.
Absolutely.
And I'm not completely sure, but I bet he's pretty mad right now. I bet that injury pumps him up a little bit, gets the adrenaline going.
All the Bees fans were holding their breath there. However, Chaffin seems to be all right. 3rd down and 1 from the 29-yard line of their own territory. A big 3rd down. Chaffin. It's fumbled! Alcoa football.
Well, that's just a bummer right there. That's, you know, even if they didn't get the first down, they could have punted and make it harder for Alcoa's offense. But Manu is going to come back on the field and look to score again.
It's going to give Chaffin some more time to maybe get his head back into the game. However, not good for the Bees. Turnovers is it's the type of stuff that you cannot do in a game like this when the other offense does not turn it over. Haven't thrown an interception all year long. Manu, pistol set. He's going to pass. He's looking downfield. It's caught. Jameer Dean.
Yeah, he was just a little too open right there. Elijah Fitz playing a little soft coverage. And Jameer Dean, he is fantastic. Averaging 46 yards a game. He's very dangerous. Of course, I talked about earlier, him in the open field is like trying to tackle a cheetah. It's nearly impossible. You cannot get to him, and if you try to tackle him, he got a lot of moves in his bag, as I like to say, to make a man miss.
It was a very good throw there, and so far, Alcoa's receivers have gotten open, and that's terrible for the Bees defense. Manu, he's got his big running back behind him. Motion man across is number 12. It's going to be a run up the middle. It's going to be short of the end zone.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit short, and let's talk a little more about Jameer Dean. He's fantastic, but he's not even the highest receiving yards a game on their team. Jalen Penson, the senior, he leads it with 47. And what I was looking at earlier is he's listed as a defensive end on maxpreps.com. So that's a pretty big receiver.
Manu, pistol. It's a handoff, and I believe it's going to be a touchdown.
What are they calling it? Haven't seen anything from the officials so far.
I think I saw a penalty marker potentially thrown. Probably on the Bees extracurriculars.
So yes, that'll probably be on the kick or the kickoff, depending on who it's on. Looks like it is on Alcoa. But just like that, they put another score on the board, and that's really bad. You know, Colin Johnson met him in the hole, and he couldn't even bring him down that time. So that just shows how good all of their running backs are. Number 9, man, he's really a bruiser on this team. I don't know anyone that can take him down on first contact. It's very hard.
Tyson set to kick. It's good, and it's a power kick once again. The guy's got one of the biggest legs I've ever seen. As Alcoa, they've so far so good. Allowed a touchdown. However, Chaffin getting injured and the fumble, Alcoa now has the advantage, 7-point lead.
Really surprised. 2 touchbacks for their kicker and 2 great extra points. He's 2 for 2 on probably hitting cars in the concrete area outside the parking lot. So, you know, we see sometimes the kickers on social media try to kick it over the field house because Upperman has their posts and then the field house. And this kid, he's doing it really well. He's fantastic. Shout out to him. He's one of the best kickers we've seen all season.
Absolutely, and it's such an advantage when you can have a kicker that gets a touchback and you limit the return game, and this guy definitely does. So the penalty was on Alcoa. I was mistaken, and Alcoa is going to have a really far kick to kick. However, still, he probably can get it there.
Yeah, Fitz, he's still lined up at about the 10-yard line.
If he can return it, it'd be huge for the Bees.
Yeah, good return could really get them going.
They need a spark after the fumble, and they need it now.
Fitz comes up a little bit to the 15-yard line. Maybe he can get some speed. Maybe it'll be a little short kick. And Fitz, he's fantastic in the open field.
Tyson, it's booted. Elijah Fitz will have a chance to return this, and he's going to, and he's got a great return, hit hard, still going. Elijah Fitz gets out at about the Alcoa 35, and just like that, the Bees have the momentum they needed.
And Fitz fumbled on the end of that. That's a senior, but I believe they are they're saying he's going out of bounds first. So
ball control is huge for the Bees. They've already fumbled today. They cannot fumble again and give Alcoa even more momentum.
Yeah, that's the second fumble. Alcoa's fans and players on the sideline were pointing towards their ball, their side of the field, the signal they give for a turnover. But it wasn't Fitz. What a play. We were calling it. We know he's dangerous in the open field.
And Bronson Chaffin's back in, a great sign for Bees fans and the Bees team. In a shotgun set. Takes a snap. It is a handoff. Phillips bounces out left. Carmine Phillips is one of the more underrated running backs in all of 4A. Doesn't have barely any offers, but Bryson, I'm telling you, he is a collegiate athlete.
Yes, he could do many things. I know players that have offers that I personally think that he's a lot better than. I think his speed, his athleticism, and his size. He's not the tallest, but man, he's strong. I don't know what his bench is, but I'm sure it's a lot.
Nah, he's very muscular. Bryson, something I'm seeing so far is Upperman's not really throwing the football.
Yeah.
They think that they can run on this team, and that's what they're going to do. Maybe they run and then establish the pass later. However, Alcoa's been able to do both, which frankly gives Alcoa the advantage. Chaffin, he's just going to run it up the middle. Gets the first down.
And that's what you like to see as a Bees fan. You want to see your star quarterback, what we call the Bronson special, just run it straight up the gut. And man, he's hard to take down. I see the sophomore, Jack Smith, he's coming in. That was 2 straight plays. He just came out. I don't know if that's for blocking purposes or if there may be an injury in the receiving core because he's not usually on first and second down, but right there, either if it's for blocking purposes or whatever it is, he great blocks. And the blocking has been big so far for both teams.
Elijah Fitz and Gunnar Block are out, so neither of them are injured, and those are the 2 top guys at the receiver position. Chaffin, he's got Johnson and Porath on the right side. He's going to have a motion man to the right. He's going to look downfield. He's just going to run it. Chaffin! So dangerous with his legs. He's a defense's worst nightmare.
And
another penalty on Alcoa after the play. Alcoa coaches cannot be happy.
There we go. I don't want to diss on the other team too much, but that's just completely unnecessary. You do not want to do that in high school football or any level of football at all. Too much pushing and shoving going on after the play. No need for that. I know it's not even a rivalry. These 2 teams don't play each other that often. 2 top teams, so of course there's going to be a little bit of I would say anger towards the other side because both teams want to beat the other one because it'll be a big statement win, but there's still no need for that.
And a lot of Upperman fans are yelling cheaters. But again, like to thank the officiating crew tonight for volunteering their time to referee a football game, and couldn't do it without them. On the 4-yard line, Bees have a chance to tie the game up. Chaffin, it's a handoff to Phillips. Did Phillips get it? I do not believe he did. Alcoa, good defensive set there.
Yeah, Alcoa's defensive line is about the size of the Great Wall of China. They're just absolutely huge. All of them, they're big. But Upperman, they're banging on the door right now. They just need one good run to get in, whether it's by Carmine, by Bronson, or they could throw the ball. Fitz with a great kick return to get him into this position. Gunner block, he's a big player. And Colton Johnson, look for him in the end zone. He's a big threat in the red zone.
No gain on the play. Going to be second and goal from the 4-yard line. Chaffin in a shotgun set. Whistle's blown. And Alcoa having to switch corners mid-play. Number 7 checks in, Landon Love, the junior.
In my opinion, this is where Bronson is the most dangerous. He can use his arm and his legs.
Chaffin. Whistle's blown.
Well, that should be a flag.
Chaffin was just straight out pushed after the play. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Can't say too much about that, though, Bryson.
I'm not sure. I believe the rule is if there's any pushing or shoving after the whistle is blown, that it should be a foul for unsportsmanlike conduct. It's what the NFL does, what the collegiate level does, and what Tennessee sports usually does.
Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Chaffin. And he's in the end zone. Chaffin, the Mr. Football semifinalist, answers the call, and the Bees are right back in the football game.
That's one player you can always count on. You know, gets a little shook up, gets a little hit, a little bit of an injury, but he comes back, and he's better than ever. Right there, I believe in the red zone, he is the most dangerous. You know, in the open field, he can make any man miss, and if he doesn't want to make a miss, he can just bulldoze right through him, and that's what he did right there, right up the gut. What a play. Him and Carmine, dynamic duo.
And we know both teams can score, so we know this is going to be a very high-scoring game. Roberts, the kick.
It
is good. 14-14.
It may be who can get more turnovers in this football game.
Alcoa's already got one, and they get the ball after half, so Alcoa's in a pretty good position if they can keep their offensive success up.
Upperman, they're going to have to get a turnover, whether it's a fumble, an interception, strip sack, you know, something, onside kick. They're going to have to, I believe they need the possession battle too, time of possession. That's one thing that you can beat Alcoa. You know, some teams, you know, in the past, I'm going to compare Alcoa to the Chiefs. You know, the Chiefs were probably the best team in football for nearly 3 years. But one time that they would beat them is they would just keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands. And that's what you're going to have to do for Manu. I mean, he's fantastic. His chemistry with the receivers is off the charts, and their running backs, their O-line is just fantastic. But if Upperman can keep having these long, lengthy drives and get a couple of turnovers, they can easily win this football game decide.
Absolutely, and turnovers are huge. Greenville game, Upperman turned the ball over. They had more turnovers than Greenville. Greenville won the football game. Against Beach, Upperman had more turnovers, lost the game. Turnovers have the potential to win or lose you a football game. If you can get more, if you can intercept and cause fumbles, you got a chance. Roberts set to kick. A squib. And the Alcoa player hit his leg, number 34. And Thomas Manu and the Tornadoes will start off at the 38, according to the scoreboard. So, Bryson, they've been very good, very efficient, and looked like they cannot be stopped in the first 2 drives. Upperman's got to get some pressure and get an answer.
Yeah, well, that first drive they actually played really well. Bohan made a couple of plays. Alvarez made a couple of plays. We need to see players like those that don't get their name called as much make some plays right here.
Manu, pistol set, receiver on each side. It's a handoff. Upperman, can they tackle him? It's a penalty marker.
I would like to think that would be a holding call.
And that would be great news for Upperman. Holding on the offense. Instead of 2nd and 5, it's going to be 1st and 20.
And Upperman fans, they're really loud. One thing that can really kill an offense is penalties, Josiah.
Oh, absolutely, Bryson.
You could be the best. You could have the most playmakers, the best quarterback, the best running back, the best O-line, but if you don't play the game the right way and you get these 10-yard penalties, it's big.
Manu. He's going to roll out to the right, looking like he's going to take a shot. He will. Is it caught?
That should be incomplete. That's what I'm talking about. That's great defense. Fitz coming up big right there. Him and Schaefer. Schaefer, that was Schaefer who made that play.
And Schaefer is our age, Bryson,
yes.
going against these big senior receivers for Alcoa, doing a great job out there. 2nd down and 20. Upperman's in a good position to potentially get off the field here.
Yes, excuse me. That was Schaefer, not Elijah Fitz. Schaefer, he's a great player coming in, starting in his 2nd year. It's a big accomplishment, and I know, man, he's young, so he doesn't have the mentality of some of these seniors, but man, he's playing like one right now.
Manu. Play called dead.
There's a flag all the way at the 50-yard line behind the play. That looks to be on Alcoa. Yeah, that's a false start. Back them up again.
A penalty on the Tornadoes. 2nd down and 25, Bryson. Kind of stuff Upperman needs.
These big breaks for Upperman. This Tornadoes offense is about as dynamic if you can get, but, penalties, they're drive killers, they're team killers, they're game killers.
Manu, empty set. He's got more weapons than the military out there. He's looking downfield. Caught by number 12. What a tackle by number 35, Jude Fitzpatrick. And it's a big 3rd down. If the Bees can get off the field right here, it would be huge.
Jude Fitzpatrick, that's one of the players that we don't call their name too awful lot, but he is on par with everybody on this Upperman Bees defense, and he is a key to this game. He's one of the best linebackers that I've seen play. He is huge, and he is fast.
A 5-yard gain on the last play. 3rd down and 20. No penalties here for the Bees defense. Manu, he's going to look. There's a blitzer. He misses Manu. Manu is sacked. Israel Alvarez brings him down, and the Bees get off the field.
Punting unit coming out for the Tornadoes, and that's what you want to see. Offense, it's explosive, but in my opinion, defense, they win championships. That's the saying. Defense wins championships, and if you can get off the field and get the ball back to your Georgia State commit, your players with Liberty offers. Colton Johnson, he has about an offer from everywhere in the last 2 weeks. Got a call today about one. Get the ball to your playmakers and get defensive stops. That's the key to success.
I'm assuming Tyson is also the punter, and he will punt. It's going to take a nice bounce for Alcoa. It's a pretty nice punt there. And Upperman gets the ball back, gets a stop. 14-14, and we're not even done in the first quarter, Bryson. This is going to be one of the best games we ever witnessed, Josiah. So I'm just trying to take it all in right now because, man, these offenses, these defenses, this looks like a college game. It's fantastic. Besides a little bit of a sloppy play on the last drive by the Tornadoes with the flags and everything, these teams have played near perfect football on both sides, and especially special teams too. This looks to be a great football game in Tennessee. I would argue this is a state championship level game. We're getting an early Christmas present, Bryson, in the second round of the playoffs. Chaffin in an empty set. I, again, will say we have not seen this at all this year. Chaffin fakes the sweep. He's going to run it up the middle. Bronson special on first down. Gets a solid gain.
I want to see more of that. Carmine goes in motion, and Bronson can either hand it to him or run it. Now, I don't know if that's an option play for him. I don't know if he looks at the defense, makes his first read, and then sees if he wants to hand it off to the star player or if he wants to take it himself. Either way, it's still a great play call, and it's working so far. It's just fantastic. Bronson and Carmine, when you have those two players, you can really do anything on offense.
In the end of the first quarter, it looks like it's going to be a shootout in an incredible football game. 14-14. It's a tied game, and Upperman has the ball 2nd and 5 at their own 32-yard line. Hey, and Bryson, a big question I had before the game. Can Upperman keep it close? Can they limit mistakes and have momentum going into the second quarter? And they do.
Yeah, in their city rival game, Maryville, they beat them, and that's a huge accomplishment. Maryville, they're one of the best teams that I've ever seen. High school football level, man. They could, I'm not going to say it, but I feel like they could keep up with some college teams. They're fantastic. Some little college school. They look like they're playing college football out there. But in the fourth quarter, Alcoa, they had a big lead. They had a near 3-touchdown lead, and they let Maryville make it all the way back. And then Alcoa won. And a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago against Anderson County, this was a big game. They traveled to Anderson County, and, they had the lead for most of the game. In the fourth quarter, Alcoa just couldn't keep up. Anderson, they took it on the last game-winning drive, touchdown, and Alcoa, they had no answer. So if you can keep it to the fourth quarter, like you said, Josiah, it's going to be a fourth quarter game tonight, I believe.
Empty set, 5 receivers for the Bees, looking like a Hail Mary. Chaffin, motion man, it's Phillips. It's an option. Johnson drops it.
You don't see that an awful lot from the star, but, he's tapping his chest. He knows that's on him. He's going to make a play. He's going to come out, and he's going to make a play next time.
3rd down and 5. I wonder if the Bees will run it to maybe make 4th down a little shorter. Not entirely sure, Bryson. Probably an open playbook here for the Bees.
How aggressive do you want to be? If it turns out to be 4th and 2, do you punt?
If you turn it over, it's terrible. But anything is possible here tonight, Bryson, in a game like this. Chaffin. Motion man, it's Phillips. Chapman's going to run it up the middle. I think he got the 5 yards.
Yeah, he's going to get that first down. He's going to get it with about 3 yards to spare on that play. And that's, again, like the Bronson special. I really like that. I really like when Carmine goes in motion. That's fantastic. And Carmine, he draws so much attention that he kind of opens up a little bit of a hole for Bronson almost, kind of like a blocker. If you can take the defensive ends and the corners and the safeties to come up a little bit to your side, and then you can let your 3-star Georgia State commit just run it right up the gut. It's working so far, and, man, I love it.
Bronson Chaffin, empty backfield. If I were a bet man, I bet we see Carmine Phillips motion, and we do. Chaffin looking like he's going to pass. Willie, it's a deep shot to Elijah Fitz.
Elijah Fitz on that play, that was a really good route. He tried to stack him a little bit. Thought the defensive player got in front of him, but you don't see many illegal contact calls in high school or anything like that. So that was really good defense. But Elijah Fitz and Bronson, we talk about it all the time. Their chemistry is off the charts. So I expect them to hit some of those deep shots tonight.
It was good to see Bronson throw a football tonight. Haven't seen them throw much at all, but the run game is working, and that's a good sign for the Bees because that is their identity. Pound the rock. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line of their own territory. Wonder what we'll see here on a 2nd down and 10. They've got Fitzpatrick. Haven't seen him a lot rushing the ball this year, but maybe we see him now. It's a pass and a dangerous play there by Chaffin. 3rd down and 10.
What can hurt this Bees team is 2nd and 3rd and longs. If you can get a good play on 1st down, it's really good because it lets up your whole playbook. It completely opens up. 2nd, 3rd down, those are the biggest downs. 3rd down especially right here, 3rd and 10. Bronson, he can make a play. He can make it happen. But you really don't want to make him have to do that. You don't want to make him a little bit uncomfortable because the turnover battle's huge. And if something were to happen on one of these throws, it would not be good for the Upperman offense.
And this is what Alcoa wants, is to make Upperman throw the football. Penalty. False start on the Bees, potentially.
It's got to be on the
It is. 3rd down and 15 coming up.
You want to go basic, you want to stick with this.
It's going to be on the Bees, 3rd down and 15. And what I was trying to say before, the penalty is Alcoa has the advantage at the edge rusher position. And if they can get them on these big 3rd down and 15 and get pressure, then they can get the Bees off the field and potentially make the Bees have to punt. Bryson, what would you draw up here?
You know, I feel like whatever Coach Kane draws up, it's going to work.
Chaffin. He's going to pass. He's getting pressure, rolling out to the right. All the receivers are downfield. He's going to get the first down and a whole lot more. He's still going. That is an Upperman football player right there.
That's just fantastic. And, I mean, that play call, man, we were thinking about what Coach Ken was going to draw up, and that was just fantastic. I mean, you see that all the time in high-level football. The receivers go way deep, get the corners and safeties to attack the receivers way downfield, and then Bronson, that defensive end's not going to catch up with this guy.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes Upperman football what it is. Having a quarterback who can do both at a high level. The defense, they respect Chaffin's deep ball. They drop back, but they forget about the rushing ability, and they pay for it there as the Bees face the 3rd down and 15, now have the first down at the 26-yard line of Alcoa territory. Chaffin, he's running again. He's still running through defenders.
And, man, I'm just looking at this, and this is Alcoa's defense. 8 points a game, like we said. Upperman, we've already broke that. And everyone's talking about 4A. I mean, they could go to 5A. They could go to 6A, all this. And I'm proud to say, man, this is my quarterback. He is torching this team right now.
Absolutely. And that's why he's going to play collegiate football, and he's going to play it at a high level. 2nd down and 2, so the playbook could be open here to a potential pass. However, the run-shifting attack has been so good that you might just want to stick with it. Chaffin, it's a handoff to Phillips. Phillips going, and he's going to be down at
about the 10, looks like.
5, the 5-yard line. So a little closer. It's kind of hard to see from up here.
Yeah. So they're going to be about the 5-yard line, like you said, Josiah. And Carmine, been fantastic this whole game. And, you know, if Upperman takes this lead and they could get another stop, Josiah, they're going to have a chance in this football game. And according to all the fans, that would be surprising to hear.
From the 6-yard line, Chaffin has a motion man. It's block. Chaffin fakes the toss. Did he get in? Marked a little short.
Yeah, he's going to be marked about a blade of grass short.
First and goal from the 1.
First and goal from the 1, and when you have a quarterback standing at about a 6'4", and you have a player like Colton Johnson who they've ran QB sneaks with this season, it's hard for me to think this Alcoa defense, as good as they are, can hold this team out. The 1-yard line. Parker Cox, he's huge. Offensive linemen, they're all huge for this Upperman team. They are coming out in a little bit of a shotgun formation, though.
From the 1-yard line, Chaffin. He's up, and he's over. The Bees have the lead. 20-14. Fireworks are going off. Wow.
I don't know if you're talking about the fireworks like the literal ones or Bronson Chaffin making plays. Because, man, oh, man, him and Carmine Phillips have been fantastic. Definitely the 2 best players on this football team right now. And they're playing out of their minds. 21 points, looking to make it. And this is supposedly, like I keep saying, the best defense in 4A football. I mean, all the smack that they were talking pregame, it's come back to bite them right now.
Robert set to kick. These kicks are crucial in a game like this. Kick up. Good. 21-14. Bees. Bronson Chaffin's going to keep them in the football game. His presence alone was enough, in my opinion, to keep them in the football game, even if they were not as talented or as good as Alcoa. But Upperman's other stars are making big plays too. And that's what is potentially keeping them in this football game. We're going to go to a quick commercial.
Suzuki's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Suzuki's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today.
Roberts will kick off. It's a squib fielded by Alcoa. Number 34. He's still going. Can the Bees get him down? They can, but not before getting in Bees territory. And that's where Alcoa has a big advantage, is the special teams unit.
Yes, but that's a sophomore making a play. We've already talked about a couple sophomores. That's number 27, Trevor Polk, making a tackle, saving a potential even bigger play than it was. Plus field position already for this Tornadoes team. That's not what you want to see. But at the 45-yard line, Upperman, they can hold them because the Tornadoes, they still got a pretty long way to go.
Manu, pistol set. He's got two towering offensive tackles on each side. It's a pass, and it's a catch, Jameer Dean.
And I've seen that exact formation about 3 times. You know, Manu, he fakes a snap, and it's a little bit delayed. They kind of get the defense on their heels a little bit. They're not sure what to do. Rush the passer or drop back. And it's probably one of those option plays for Manu. And he just drops back, and he throws it on that little dig slant route for Dean, and it's nearly unstoppable so far.
22-yard pass on first down. This is why Alcoa is known for what they are known. Manu, it's a handoff. Number 9, but a swarm of Bees bring him down. Good defensive set by the Bees. We're seeing kind of opposite offenses. Alcoa leaning on the pass, Upperman leaning on the run.
I believe that is Bohan, number 58. Andrew, again, he's another senior. Could be their last game, and I know that gets them fueled up. I know they think about, man, this could be my last game. And players like him, you know, they don't want it to be their last game because they're fantastic.
2nd down and 8 from the 21-yard line. Manu rolls out to the right. He's dangerous. Takes a shot at the end zone. Caught! And just like that, Alcoa scores again. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and Manu's looking towards Upperman's sideline, talking a little bit of smack. You know, in football, sometimes it's okay to see that. That's not a flag right there. But, you know, Manu takes him all the way down the field, delivers a dime. So, their offense, man, it's something special. These design plays, these design runs, these design throws where he rolls out is just amazing.
Number 10, Haynes Hawkins on the touchdown reception. And just like that, Alcoa scores. They make it look super easy. Kick is good.
Both teams scoring very quickly so far. So this is in the mix for a very high-scoring game. But it's flipped now that Alcoa got that punt. We were talking about earlier that Alcoa was getting the ball, and then they could potentially get the ball, or they will get the ball at halftime. So they had the ball current then, and then the ball at halftime. But Upperman, they now +1 in possessions. So it's going to be about even now with the turnover. But Upperman hasn't had the punt yet.
And you would like to give Upperman starting offense a little bit more time to rest, but hey, they're right back out there, and they're going to have to make plays against this Alcoa defense. Alcoa, they've been able to score at will so far.
So is the Bees, though. So, you know, Alcoa, they're showing up, and they're definitely showing out. But Upperman, they may bend, but they're not going to break Josiah. This defense, they're going to come up big, and I can feel it because the energy here is definitely unmatched.
Tyson to kick. It really helped when Elijah Fitz had that huge return. However, now, since there's no penalty, I would believe that Tyson will be able to get it back into the end zone for a touchback. And it's a boot. But will Elijah Fitz return it? He will. It touched him, so he's going to have to return it. Elijah Fitz. Stiff arms, man, but he's going to get brought down at about the 25, 26-yard line. So a couple more yards and a touchback. It was a good kick, though.
Fitz took a really bad bounce for him. Potentially could have went in the end zone, but he touched it. He had to jump up and try to tip that ball forward, and he did. Gets a pretty good return. About a 20-yard return for him, 25 maybe. So they'll be at about the 28-yard line. And Bronston, man, he's not going to let up.
Official spot on the 28-yard line. That's where Upperman will start. Chaffin, he's going to pass. A dangerous pass. The passing game has not been on tonight for the Bees.
Couldn't tell who he was looking at on that play. It looked like Carmine. Looked like it just goes a little bit through his hands, but it was a little bit of a high pass into the left. So Bronston looks to be a little bit more on target for the next couple passes.
Absolutely.
But again, the 2nd and 10, Josiah, you
It's not
can't
good.
get in 3rd and long.
Absolutely. I mean, they got a little lucky on the 3rd and 15, I think. But, hey, they made the plays when they needed to, and they went and scored a touchdown.
I would love to see something that gets the ball in one of your playmakers' hands here.
Chaffin, 5 receivers, motion man is Phillips. He's going to fake the hit to Phillips. Chaffin's running. He bulldozes over Alcoa defenders and gets past midfield. No one can stop Bronson Chaffin tonight.
Man, oh man, that is a big man. He is fantastic. His speed for his size is just huge. You can see he still has tissues in his nose from that, I believe it was 2nd drive for him.
Yeah, I believe it was too.
A little bit of an injury, but man, he's not let them slow it up at all. I mean, he's carrying this offense. Him and Carmine right now, near carrying the team on their back.
An empty set. I believe Phillips will motion. He won't. He's going to pass downfield. What a play by Bronson Chaffin to throw the ball out before getting sacked. But Alcoa's defensive line is elite.
I'm not sure. Alcoa is looking for intentional grounding, but it does look like the ref pointed at Gunner block. Good play by him. Gunner, that may have been intentional grounding. Gunner sprinted as fast as he could towards that ball, though, to make the ref have a little bit of a harder decision to make, and he does keep the flag in his pocket. So that's good for the Bees offense.
Absolutely. Might have been intentional grounding, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it. Chaffin, there's going to be a timeout called before the Bees will have their next play. The Bees call their timeout. And I believe that's their 2nd of the half that they've called. So 1 left.
Yes, timeouts are a big factor too. You know, you got to get your star players some rest. It stinks that they had to use one because Bronson went down for 2 plays, but it's okay. It's okay. I know Upperman, they can make up for that. It's just a timeout. But in the second half, in the 4th quarter, you're going to want to have all 3. So hopefully something like that does not happen again.
Man, and it's been fireworks here tonight. 42 combined points. Unbelievable. And Bryson, this is going to shape up to be what I believe will be the game of the year for a football, maybe Tennessee football.
Yes, I feel like, Josiah, I know watching this game, we thought about earlier this is going to be the best game we've ever seen, but we might be taking this for granted a little bit. How often does Alcoa come to a city like Baxter and play this football team? Not a lot. I mean, I'm just so thankful for everyone making this happen for us. Thank you to Miss Susie for letting us call this game, and thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, for helping us broadcast.
Trips left, receiver on the right's block. The running back is Jude Fitzpatrick, the junior, and he's a very good player. Chaffin looks like he's going to pass. He will. The passing game has been off tonight, off there once again. 3rd down and 10, Bryson.
Looked like Bronson and Fitz were a little off the page there. They were not on the same page, so I'm not sure what happened there. Bronson was signaling kind of a sit or an out route, and Fitz ran a little bit of an in or slant route. So, you know, the chemistry, it's there. It's there. It just hasn't been on display tonight. So look for them to get that fixed. But Bronson, 3rd and 10, definitely going to have to make one of those plays again, potentially with his legs like he did in that 3rd and 15.
And Upperman's offense has been one-dimensional tonight, so something to look for the Bees. Chaffin, he's going to pass. Johnson makes a play. He's still going. Can he hold on to the ball? He does. And Colton Johnson, haven't called his name on the offensive side a lot tonight. He has more offers than Bronson Chaffin. He goes on college visits every single weekend. I mean, he went to the Vols visit. I'm pretty sure he went to Indiana, Purdue. He has multiple big-time offers.
And I would like to say, Colton Johnson, number 23 right there, just trucked Jameer Dean. And that is supposedly one of the best players in 4A football. And Colton Johnson, I know he gets a lot of offers, but I don't see his name enough nearly on these Tennessee websites, these football websites, and I would love to see more of his name.
Chaffin, he's going to run it to the left for a solid gain on 1st down.
Pushes his own man forward, gets a little bit of a couple blocks just pushing forward right there, and it looks like Jameer Dean is going to come out. I'm not sure if it was an injury, if he's just tired, or if it's the formation they're running, but Jameer Dean is out of the game.
And he's their best player, like we've talked about, arguably their best player. They have their offensive tackle, number 77, mammoth of a man. Jacob Crow, committed to Texas Tech. Him and Dean are two highly decorated players. 2nd down and 6, 4 minutes and about 40 seconds remaining before halftime in what has been an electric game. Chaffin, it's a handoff to Phillips. Phillips is stuffed originally. The ball is out! Alcoa football.
Wow, that's just really bad thing to see. 2 fumbles already by this Upperman offense. The refs are talking like they might change the call, but no, they're going to keep it. So Carmine coughs the ball up and gives the ball back to Alcoa, and man, oh man, you cannot do this.
Nah, that's not good for the Bees.
If they go down and score.
And they get the ball after half. Anything is possible, Bryson, but turnover, 2 fumbles so far by the Bees. Not good at all. Manu, been perfect tonight. It's a not great snap. Penalty marker down.
Should be a flag. Backing them up.
False start.
Another 5 yards. Big right here. Get another stop. Get this offense a little, get them a little shaky. Get them uncomfortable. You know, this offense isn't used to these, 1st and 2nd and longs. They don't have many penalties. I didn't see really any penalties on maxprep.com by like any of their players. So they're a really clean football team. They're just not playing it right now against this Upperman Bees team. And man, these defensive ends for Upperman, they're looking fierce right now.
Manu. It's a pass to number 8, but the Bees play pretty good defense there.
Tate Porat, the senior, read that very well. Him makes a tackle along with Jude Fitzpatrick.
There's Jacoby Cooper on the catch. He was a captain before the game. 7-yard gain, so solid gain for the Tornadoes once again.
2nd and 8, so he does pick up the yardage and makes it a reasonable 2nd down.
Manu. Is it a handoff? It is. A good hold by the offensive line, and that running back is still going. It's number 3 there, Damari Dubus.
There is a flag on the play, so that might be a hold.
Holding.
Big break for the Upperman Bees right there, though. But thank goodness that Carmine Phillips runs a 40 time as about as fast as you can get, because he came up and saved a touchdown right there. But it would have been called back anyway due to the holding. And man, the Tornadoes, I didn't think that they were this sloppy of a team coming in. They, like I said, they had nearly no penalties the last game, and they steamrolled their way first game of the playoffs. But they're not used to these close games, Josiah, and when it is close, they tend to fold.
2nd down and 9 from the 30. Manu, pistol set. The Bees. Manu's looking downfield. Does he have a man? He does. Wide open. It's number 8. He's running past all the Upperman defenders. Gunnar Block makes a touchdown-saving tackle, but Alcoa's pass offense is just dominating the Bees cornerbacks right now.
Yeah, that's on the sophomore. It looked like Liam Schaefer. You know, we're talking about he's our age. He's not too much bigger than us in size. So he's kind of like us trying to guard these star receivers. And he's having a little bit of trouble right now. But, you know, I hope he's not in his head. He can still have a good game. Just needs to get back out there and make a play. You know, doesn't matter. You give up a play, go out there and make a play. That's what the coaches tell you. That's what you should do.
Manu. It's a handoff to number 3, Du Bois. The good thing about Upperman, they've been able to stop the run tonight.
Yeah, and that's just Carmine being fantastic right there. He skids a few blocks, breaks a few tackles, or looked like the offensive line was trying to tackle Carmine there before he could get to him, but he does make the tackle. So he's shedding blocks really well tonight, offensive and defensively. He's just playing fantastic, and he's really what's keeping Upperman in this game right now, besides Bronson Chaffin.
Manu, pistol set. The Mr. Football semifinalist has looked really sharp tonight. It's a toss to number 3, Du Bois, but Bees bring him down.
You know who that is? That's Carmine Phillips again. Back-to-back plays that he makes that tackle, and that is a touchdown-saving play. There was nearly nobody there except for Carmine. And you know what? We don't talk about him. Well, we talk about him a lot, but colleges, you know, we were talking about earlier, he doesn't have enough offers, nearly. I don't see his name. He's one of those players. Colton has a lot of offers, but I feel like Colton and Carmine, they need their name more.
3rd down and 7 for the Bees. It'll be huge if the Bees can get a stop here. They're going to have to get some pressure on the quarterback.
And
Manu has been great tonight. Looks like a timeout called by Upperman. So it's their final one of the half. Koa's got all 3. We're going to take a quick break.
Hey Baxter, Pastor Houston Jarrett here. Life Church Baxter campus excited. We also want to invite you out to our campus across the road there at Upperman Middle School. 9 a.m. service starts on Sunday morning, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Come on over, guys, and see us at Life Church Baxter campus.
And we're back after quick break. Alcoa, 3rd down and 7 from the Bees 14. The Bees desperately need a turnover or a stop here. Bryson, fumbles have killed the Bees tonight.
Yes, they really have. Coughing the ball up twice. I know it's a little bit of cold weather, getting hit hard. Makes you want to cough up the football, but you got to hold on to it. Upperman has a chance to get off the field right here.
Manu. It's a pass out to number 8. And I think he probably got the first down there, Bryson.
Yeah, it looked like he fumbled right there, but it wasn't. It was just a blade of dirt jumping up. So I thought he coughed up the ball, but it was just a blade of dirt.
On original spot, it's a 4th down and 1.
So big right here.
Huge.
You know, we had the perfect player for this, though. His name's Colton Johnson. Man, he can make a play right here. We saw it earlier a couple weeks back. The opposing team had a play on the 1-yard line. Colton Johnson made him fumble.
4th and 1. Manu. It's a handoff. Definitely got the first down there, Bryson. And this clock is ticking.
Yes, not much time, and Upperman doesn't have any timeouts to call. Right here, if you had your timeouts, I would say call them, because no matter what, they're going to score 3 or they're going to score 6. So I would call your timeouts, but Alcoa does call a timeout. But I don't think Upperman is going to get the ball here at the end of halftime. And coming out of the half, Alcoa gets the ball. So not a perfect position to be in if you're the Upperman Bees.
Absolutely, and there's still time left on the clock in this half, so if Alcoa went to go score a touchdown, there would be some time, but no timeout is a big problem for the Bees. So really the hope here, don't allow a touchdown. They've only got 5 yards to go, but if they can make a stop, it'd be huge.
And I would like to mention, right now, the Alcoa Tornadoes football program is sitting at exactly 799 program football wins in their history. So with a win tonight, they would have 800 program wins in their history. That is a huge milestone, and I know that probably is a point of emphasis for the Alcoa Tornadoes. They probably talked about that sometimes this week. They want to set the tone for not only their team, but for their program. And man, that would be big, and that would be great for the program. I just hope they don't get it. And Upperman, they're playing great right now, so I believe they still can win this football game. It's just going to come down to the second half ultimately.
Upperman fans are here tonight. 2nd down and 5. Manu is going to keep it for himself. Looking in the end zone, incomplete. Huge 3rd down here.
2 stops, Josiah. 2 stops, and it could be a tie game going into halftime. It looks like Alcoa's coach is signaling for a timeout. First of the half.
They're going to want to get a good play call here to get them up by a touchdown before half. We're going to go to a quick commercial.
Suzy Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Suzy Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Suzy Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Suzy Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar Avenue in Cookeville.
And we are back. 3rd down and 5. And really 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, excuse me. That was the Tornadoes' 2nd timeout. So they have 1 left. Excuse me for that.
Huge play here. Bees desperately need a stop. Manu. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. Jameer Dean is one of the best high school wide receivers out there. Makes a huge touchdown grab. 38 seconds remain before half.
That definitely quiets the crowd for Upperman, quiets the players. Momentum killer right there. You bring up a big 3rd down, and you just can't get the stop. And that's on Upperman's best corner again, Elijah Fitz. They're just having a lot of trouble in the secondary guarding them. They're all fantastic, but the Alcoa Tornadoes, man, their offense is unbeatable.
If they do,
28-21, and Alcoa does get the ball after halftime. So the Tornadoes have positioned themselves well. But there is time left in this half. How aggressive are you if you're the Bees, Bryson?
I'm not aggressive at all. I don't know. In my personal opinion, I do not believe it would be the best move to put the ball in harm's way again. But ultimately,
you're going to have to make the plays to win the game.
Yes.
And that's why I think you take a deep shot on 1st down, maybe even 2nd, and if it doesn't work, go to half, down by a touchdown. You have a fighting chance in the 2nd half. Game is far from over, but right now, Alcoa does have the advantage. Elijah Fitz set to receive. Their kicker has a boot of a leg, and it's been a tool for the Tornadoes tonight. It's Tyson, the senior. Nice kick. This time it's going to take a more favorable bounce for Elijah Fitz, and Elijah Fitz is going to have a return. He's still up on his feet. Good tackle by the Tornadoes.
Yeah, very good tackle, and that did take about 9 seconds off the play clock. So, Josiah, do you still take a couple shots here?
You take at least one, I think. I mean, you can't not. If it's a Hail Mary and they intercept it, and it's kind of like a punt almost. But I just don't see a world in where you don't take a shot here, Bryson. You've got to be aggressive in a football game like this. And they've got perimeter threats. We just haven't seen them tonight. They haven't been able to connect on the deep shots.
I'm sure Alcoa is looking for the deep shots right now, though. That could be a point of emphasis and practice for them. Keep everyone in front and rally to the football. Kind of like Upperman. I feel like they're trying to do that, they're just not succeeding so far.
Chaffin, it's a run on first down. Wow. Little surprise there, being very conservative. Very, very conservative play call there by Coach Kane. And that will take us to halftime. Upperman down 28-21. And what has not been a disappointment of a football game, to say the least. There will be a halftime show later. I'm Josiah Nichols.
I'm Bryson Reed.
And we will join you for the start of the third quarter.
Hey Baxter, Pastor Houston Jarrett here, Life Church Baxter campus, excited. We also want to invite you out to our campus across the road there at Upperman Middle School. 9 a.m. service starts on Sunday morning, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Come on over, guys, and see us at Life Church Baxter campus.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Susie Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Susie Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar Avenue in Cookeville.
Welcome to the UHS Hive halftime show. I'm Tucker.
And I'm Blake.
And Blake, what are your thoughts on this first half so far?
Man, a lot of offense. I was not expecting this. My voice is gone. I'm doing my part for sure, but man, I mean, we both thought it was a defensive game coming in, but the rushing attack for Upperman and then the passing game for Alcoa, I mean, neither team can stop it.
Nah, I mean, like you said, Upperman has 203 yards rushing to Alcoa's 33. We said in the pregame show that one of my bold prediction was Alcoa's run game was going to get stopped, and that has happened tonight. And the rushing attack for Upperman has been all they have. Bronson Chaffin, last week he looked a little bit off in the throwing game, and that has continued tonight.
Yeah,
Bronson, he just cannot complete a pass to save his life tonight.
And, like, the thing is, they're easy passes, too. I mean, Bronson's hitting those 9 times out of 10. I mean, tonight, he's just been horrible doing that. Like, 5 yards out to Colton Johnson, somehow he overthrows him. But, you know, Upperman's got to stop the passing game of Alcoa, too. I mean, they're just running a soft coverage, and Alcoa's just destroying them, man. Thomas Manu, the semifinalist for Baxter Tennessee Football, he is piecing them apart. I like to see Upperman rush them a little bit more, blitz them a couple times, get them under pressure.
Yeah, Thomas Manu, he's 11 for 13 for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. That makes him up to 29 passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions on the year. And Bronson Chaffin, he's 2 for 9, 32 yards. I mean, you got to complete passes against a team like Alcoa. They've got the ball every time, Alcoa has, and scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they get the ball coming out of halftime, and if they score here, which what it's seeming like they will, they'll make it a 2-possession game. And if you're Upperman, you do not want that.
Another thing is the fumbles from Upperman. I mean, it was bad at the beginning of the season, but it got better. It got better. Tonight, it's bad again. Just like the Greenville game, man. We got to do better. We got to hold on to that ball. But besides that, Carmine is having an excellent night. He's just getting great runs every single time, along with Bronson. Bronson's just using his big frame and running him over simply. But, I mean, if Alcoa goes up 2 possessions, you got to start passing it a little bit more because you'd be down 2 possessions and, there's not enough time. So, Bronson's got to get whatever slump he's in, he's got to get out of that right now.
Yeah, like you said, the turnover battle has been really crucial. We did see Bronson Chaffin exit the game on one of Upperman's drives. But it looked like, we don't really have any information about the injury, but it looked like it was a bloody nose.
Yeah.
He comes out, and Carmine Phillips was the quarterback for a couple plays. Bronson Chaffin comes back in, and first play, it looked like a read option, and Carmine Phillips thought he was taking it, and it was a fumble. And then Bronson Chaffin, he has a big run on 3rd down, and he fumbles the ball. And that is the main difference. That was the main difference in Greenville. That was the main difference. That has been the main difference tonight, and that's why Alcoa's up 28-21.
You got to hope that Coach Kane can yell it out of them. I mean, these are just stupid mistakes. The Upperman's, they're too good of a team to be doing this. But, I criticized the play calling a little bit last week. I do think it's a lot better this week. I apologize to Coach Kane. I like using Bronson's legs a little bit more this week, and it's working for sure. I mean, I predicted Upperman having 14 points, and they have 21 at halftime. So that's always positive. Offense is on tonight.
Yeah, and my X factor in the pregame show was Jameer Dean, and he has certainly showed that tonight. He has 63 yards receiving and a touchdown. And Jameer Dean, he is a huge man. I mean, 6'3", 180 does not do him any justice. I don't know who. He looks way bigger than 6'3", 180, and he has been. The offensive line for Alcoa tonight has been absolutely stellar. They have given Thomas Manu as much time as he wants, and we said in the pregame show, Jameer Dean's going to find a way to get open, and that's why he has 63 yards receiving.
Yeah, I mean, Upperman's they've run the same defense the whole year, but it's really built to stop the run. But Alcoa doesn't run the ball that much. They're more of a pass-heavy team, and, I mean, you're seeing across the middle. You got guys wide open almost every single time they throw it. So Upperman's got to make a change. They got to blitz some more guys, or Manu just going to throw all over you, and he's going to end your season.
Yeah, some scores of interest. Greenville 35, White County 0 final.
Yeah, we saw that one coming. I mean, honestly, I expected it to be more. And I expected Greenville to score up in the 50s maybe. But White County, they had a good season, 8-4, I believe. So, I really like their coach. It's a good first season. I like what he can do, and maybe he'll be back next year.
And Anderson County is up big on Stone Memorial. I can't really get the score right now, but Anderson County up big on Stone Memorial in the fourth quarter.
Now that I did not expect.
I did not expect it either. You have Noah Potter, a potential candidate for Mr. Football semifinalist, or Mr. Football, excuse me. And Stone Memorial, other than the gruesome loss to Upperman, that was their only loss of the season. So, they've gotten better throughout the season.
Yeah.
You could visually tell that. And Anderson County, they're coming off the huge win against the team Upperman's playing tonight, Alcoa. They're just riding that momentum, and they could potentially make a deep run in this year's playoffs.
Another game, Red Bank is destroying Gibbs. Now, I did not expect that coming at all, but man, high school football is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a little bit different from college football, but you see the upsets here and there. The winner of this game is playing the winner of Red Bank and Gibbs. And if you're Alcoa or Upperman coming out of this game, I honestly think you do what Red Bank coming out of that game. Red Bank only beat the Macon County Tigers by 3 points, and that came down to Macon County Kicker.
Let's not underestimate them. They're good teams. They could give anyone a fight any week, really. But, really the winner of this game is probably going to make it to the championship against either the Pearl Cones or Greenville, But likely the winner, the state championship, is coming out of this game.
Yeah, one team that I'm looking at that could make a deep run was Springfield. I saw a highlight of Mr. Football semifinalist, a sophomore, Jermaine Cobbins. Springfield's up 23-0 at halftime. And the team that they were playing, I do not know the team they were playing, but they were at the 1-yard line. And it was like the Tennessee-Alabama game. Joey Aguilar, he throws it, but this time it was Jermaine Cobbins catching the interception, and he ran it back 99 yards for a pick six.
Yeah, maybe Upperman won't schedule Greenfield for the foreseeable future, but Tucker, let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen in the second half?
I think it's going to be an absolute slugfest.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to the turnover battle and simple mistakes by Upperman. If they can clean those up, honestly, I would like to say Upperman's been playing the better football here. Alcoa, obviously they're going to play flawless. This is the Alcoa Tornadoes.
Right.
But the biggest winner coming out of this game has been Upperman so far with their offense, competing against this Alcoa defense.
Yeah, Upperman has really impressed me this game. To be honest, call me a hater, but I thought Upperman would be down a lot more at this point. But they've really impressed me, and they're probably giving Alcoa the best fight that they've had since that Anderson County game.
Yeah, well, we're going to end the halftime show here. I'm Tucker Westmoreland.
I'm Blake.
And tune into the second half. It will be Josiah and Bryson on the call.
Hey Baxter, Pastor Houston Jarrett here, Life Church Baxter campus, excited. We also want to invite you out to our campus across the road there at Upperman Middle School. 9 a.m. service starts on Sunday morning, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Come on over, guys, and see us at Life Church Baxter campus.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Susie Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Susie Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar Avenue in Cookeville.
Welcome back to the UHS Hive. I'm Josiah Nichols as always, and I have Bryson Reed with me, ready for the second half in what has been an elite football game, very electric. And hey, Bryson, the Bees are a couple fumbles away from winning the football game.
Yes, like you just said, the Bees have played perfect football. I mean, Alcoa has too, but I've really been surprised about Upperman's playing besides those two crucial fumbles. Man, we would be up by a touchdown at least, in my opinion, if we wouldn't have had those two fumbles, which were very costly, especially on the drives as they were, because they were both when the game was tied, and just giving the ball back to this Tornadoes offense is crucial, and you cannot do that.
Absolutely. And hey, the Tornadoes offense has been nothing short of incredible to watch. Their rhythm, their route concepts with the receivers and their quarterback's timing, I mean, he's putting it on every single throw. And the Bees offense, one-dimensional. I think Bronson's completed one pass in the first half of play here. Let's look at the official stats. Passing-wise, he's 2 for 9, 32 yards. Rushing, 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. So rushing, Bronson Chaffin's lived up to the hype, but passing has not been up to par. And Thomas Manu, 11 of 13 for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, that's just absolutely, that's an insane stat line, especially for a high school quarterback. Throwing for that many yards in just the first half alone is absolutely insane. But him and Jameer Dean's connection, Manu and Dean, man, that is a heck of a connection. Coming in this game, Manu, he's thrown 27 touchdowns, and Dean had 9 of those touchdowns. So that accounts for 1/3 of his total touchdown passes, which you don't see that a lot. Usually the ball is a little bit more spread out, but I suppose when you have Jameer Dean on your team, get him the ball, get your playmakers the ball. Many players for the Tornadoes have made a lot of really good plays tonight, and it's showing because they have a 7-point lead on this fantastic Upperman Bees football team.
For me, the Bees defense got to find a way to get a big stop. I mean, you got to punt, but you had a lot of help with penalties, and they backed him up to, what was a 3rd and 20, something like that. When there's not been penalties, you've been very vulnerable to the passing game. Rushing, Upperman's played pretty good rushing defense, but passing defense for the Bees has been rough, very rough.
I do believe one of the reasons that Upperman run defense has been so good is the, I wouldn't say addition because he plays on this football team all the time, but Bohan coming back from injury. I mean, lately he's just been fantastic. He stuffs the gap a lot. The A, B, the C gap. He gets to it, and he gets to it quick, and he knows how to lay the boom. He lowers his shoulder, and I believe he needs more recognition, man. He is one of the best players, not only on this Bees defense, but the whole Bees football team, and his presence alone is felt here tonight.
Absolutely, Bryson. And halftime just ended. So 12 minutes put back up on the clock. Actually, they take it right back down and put 3 extra minutes on. Bryson, for me, I picked the Bees to win this game. My original prediction was 35-28. I think it's going to be higher scoring than that here tonight. And look, I think a lot of people thought Alcoa was going to win this football game, and they very well might. They're in a good position to. But Upperman, I think, proven a couple people wrong. I mean, they can compete with the big boys.
They really can, and I believe they will show that they are the big boys themselves. You know, Upperman, they're looked at as a team that's in a small city that has a couple of really good players and the heck of a good head coach that knows how to win a lot of ball games. But they're not looked at as one of these really deep teams. And on some positions, maybe that might be true, but Upperman, they have players that can play at any level, play against any talent, and they can match up with nearly anybody. The only problem is right now is the turnovers, and the secondary is not playing how you need to win football games. If you want to win, you cannot let Jameer Dean and Penson just run all over you because they're running routes, and it looks like scramble drills out there. Manu, one of the problems is Manu's getting probably 4 seconds in the pocket every single time, and that's way too much. Someone is going to have to get to him. Look for Porath or Bohan to make some of those plays. I believe he can, and Coach Kane calling up a huddle here, trying to get some more momentum to his team. And me and Josiah, you were talking about it earlier, you're really good with these onside kick predictions. You were calling maybe an onside kick coming out of halftime.
The reason I'm thinking that is, look, Upperman Squibb kicked it every single time so far, and Alcoa is getting to about the 50. If you onside it, it's the same thing, but you have a way better chance of recovering the ball. And Upperman's been pretty good at onside kicks this year. So, crystal ball prediction, Upperman onsides it right here to try to steal some momentum away from the Tornadoes.
Coach Kane talking to Bronson Chaffin. That's a very good duo right there. Coach Kane knows Bronson very well, knows how to get him the ball, and knows how to utilize him perfectly. Bronson, he hasn't thrown the ball especially well tonight, or at least not for his caliber. You know, he's a 3-star, he's a Georgia State commit, and you expect him to throw a little bit better, pass the ball a little bit better, more efficiently, and I believe he will do so in the second half. Just needs to get warm again, you know, and one of the things is he needs to, you know, kind of like in basketball, you need to see the ball go through the hoop once. He needs to get a couple short completions, so then in his mind it opens up the deep shot, and then he's comfortable stepping into these long throws.
Absolutely, Bryson, and we'll see what Upperman decides to do here. All I'm saying is my X factor for the second half is Colton Johnson. He's probably the best. He might be the best player out here tonight. If he's a top 5 player out here, he might be the best. He's Upperman's best defender, leading tackler, has about 140 tackles on the season. Ridiculous numbers. He needs to make a big play. Roberts will kick for the Bees, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. If I'm Coach Kane, I'm at onside it right here.
We will see, and that would be a huge momentum shift. Either way, though, they're going to have to get a stop.
Roberts. It is an onside kick. Does not get the 10 yards.
9-yard line. They kicked that 9 yards, and now they're going to get the ball in enemy territory. So
and that's a penalty.
Yeah, Tornadoes, you know, that's a really big break.
Yeah, so right about the onside kick call, but would have thought maybe try to get a little more power on it. However, Alcoa has the football, and they're already in Upperman territory, and there's 2 seconds off the clock in the second half. Plenty of football left to play here, but hey, Upperman defense, now's your time.
I don't believe they threw a flag because I don't believe anybody touched it.
I guess not, Bryson.
So I think the rule is if you don't touch the ball, if no one touches the ball, it's not a flag.
Alcoa will start their second half with Manu, has a motion man behind. It's number 8. It's a pass to number 8 on the perimeter. And a pretty good defensive set there for the Bees. Not a great gain on first down.
I'm not completely sure. There was a lot of offensive linemen over there, but I believe Carmine Phillips just made a heck of a tackle. He tackled him either way, but it looks like he laid him out, honestly. So Carmine, he's been fantastic. He's been nothing short of a collegiate level football player on this field tonight. He's really getting warm. He's really getting a lot of good looks on offense, and defensively he's been spectacular also.
2nd down and 7, Manu, pistol set. It's a handoff to number 3. Is going to be a couple short of the first down, but a big 3rd down for the Bees here, as they've played pretty good defense through the first 2 plays. 3rd down and 3, so a decent chance for the Bees to stop them short of the first down.
You're going to need the fans for the Bees here to be loud right here. You got to get a stop. This is a big momentum shift. If you can get the ball back to your star quarterback and your star offense with that talent, it's very hard to stop. But it all comes down to their 3rd downs. Can they get off the field?
Manu by himself in an empty set. Trips right for receivers, 2 to the left. Colton Johnson's going to come off the edge, but Manu again delivers the ball with great timing. First down, Tornadoes.
This is really unbelievable because Upperman, they're not getting to the passer at all. You know, Manu, he could probably bake a cake in the time that he has in the pocket. It's unreal. He has very good pocket movement for a high school quarterback. I will give him that. But besides that, he doesn't have a spectacular arm, or he's not super fast. He just has really good pocket movement, and it's partially because his O-line is just so good.
I mean, when you have a 6'8", 300-pound Jacob Crow committed at Texas Tech blocking you, you're going to have a lot of time. 1st and 10 from the 32. It's a trick play. Manu takes a shot, and there's a wide-open receiver through his hands. Upperman, big break there as he was wide open. They're targeting Liam Schaefer a lot tonight.
You know, that is a heck of a play call right there by Nix. So I really like that call. That's really good. It was just a little bit short. Good pressure right there by the D-line, though. Now, it was because the running back had to pick up, look like Alvarez. So that's not really a fair matchup for the running back to block. But that was a really good play call. I love to see that.
Manu. It's a quick pass out, and they're targeting Schaefer every single play. The sophomore cornerback has had his hands full tonight. It's going to bring up a third down, though. So it'll be another chance to get off the field potentially.
Don't go down. Don't go down. Go down. Go down.
It's number 8, Jacoby Cooper. He's been a big target for the Tornadoes. Hopefully he can have a swift recovery. We're going to take another injury timeout.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Susie Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Susie Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar.
Thank you to Susie Q's and Life Church for being our game sponsors. Huge third down and 5. Upperman got to get away to get off the field here.
I say bring the heat on this one.
Manu been great tonight. And it's a handoff. I think he's going to be short. Colton Johnson on the tackle.
Colton Johnson, like we said, he's going to come up big. He was your X factor for this second half.
It's 4th down.
4th down and 3, so not a very short distance. It's 3, and it's 3 long yards, Josiah. It's 3 full yards. So a rushing play by the Tornadoes right here may not work.
Huge play for both sides. Alcoa, a chance to stomp their foot on the Bees. But I gotta tell you, Bees fans are on their feet. Biggest play of the game so far. Manu in an empty set. It's a pass. It's caught. And it's a first down, Alcoa. Manu, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in high school football I've ever seen.
And it just really, it gets to me when these quarterbacks, you just can't stop them. Man, whether I'm watching college or NFL or high school, when these quarterbacks can just slowly drive down the field, it's a killer. And look how much time's coming off the clock.
Absolutely. Manu, pistol, formation. And it's a handoff to number 3. Penalties down. Believe it could be on the Bees, but we will see.
Yeah, I believe they're going to call a helmet-to-helmet personal foul here on either Carmine or Colton, one of the players who made that tackle.
Flag on the play.
Not completely sure, though.
Alcoa is scooting up. Face mask on the Bees. And just like that, Alcoa knocking on the door of another touchdown.
I don't know what Upperman can do here, man. They just can't get off the field, and I know that defense is tired.
It's a handoff.
Gunner Block, man, what I will say, he hasn't played the best game of his career in the secondary, but really tackling-wise, he's been fantastic. He's an ankle biter out there. He goes for the legs, and he's great. Saved a touchdown earlier in this game. And right there, saving another touchdown. Shoelace tackle. They're going hurry up right now.
6-yard run. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Manu. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown Tornadoes. And it's a 2-touchdown lead now for Alcoa.
You know, and that's what you can't have happen. If it was a hard-fought touchdown, then maybe it'd be a different story. But, you know, he walked in completely untouched, and that is just not good enough. That's not the penetration you want to see if you're the defense for the Upperman Bees. And this is when the game can get away from Upperman. In the second half, in the third quarter specifically, if the offense can't get something going, you're forcing your defense to make a hard stop.
35-21, and Bees fans a little quiet here. However, plenty of game left, and when you've got Bronson Chaffin, and he's very motivated. I mean, he's talked about this game a lot this week, and this is the kind of stuff, even if he loses the game, that colleges love to see is he's continuing to fight, continuing to lift his team up. But, man, the passing attack's got to be on for the Bees in the second half.
Yeah, well, the Tornadoes, Alcoa, they're used to these 2, 3, 4, even 5 scores, even more than that, leads, because they're just fantastic. They've outscored their opponents, Josiah. Listen to me when I say this. 524-91 this season.
Yeah, it's
plus 433. That is about the highest I've ever seen. Putting up 50, 60, 70 points is just another night for them. And right now they have 35, barely into the second half of football. So they could, I don't think it'll happen, but they could be on their way to 70 points again, like they did early in the season.
The Bees have got to find a way to make a play. And the fumbles are going to, like, when this game's over, and even if they win, but especially if they lose, the fumbles are going to be what a lot of people remember. 2 big ones. And Alcoa did not have all 11 guys out there.
I don't know. I'm not completely sure how that's not a flag.
Elijah Fitz has had a hard time tonight with that return, but he's making plays right now. Gets to about the 40. Good field position and a good return by the senior.
That's a heck of a play.
As he is slow to get up.
Look like it hopefully is just a cramp. That's what looks like Colton Johnson and Jackson Collins are doing. Now the trainer comes in. But yeah, on that play, very late substitution for the Tornadoes. I'm not sure how that wasn't a flag. I'm not completely sure about the kickoff rule on that. But usually when you have only 10 players on the field for a long period of time, there will be a yellow marker thrown.
According to our notes, Alcoa and Upperman have played 3 times, including tonight. November 29th, 2013 was the first time. The final score to that was 75-18 Alcoa. They played again in 2018 for the playoff semifinals. This game was a little closer, 27-14. But tonight, Upperman has scored more points than they ever have against Alcoa, and there's a lot of football left to play. So, look, Alcoa is a powerhouse. I mean, we can't lie to ourselves right now. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle when this game begun. They've won 23 state championships, Bryson. But Elijah Fitz, one of their better offensive weapons, gets up and walks off under his own power. They're going to need him in the second half.
Yeah, we talked about how they rarely lose games. They won 67 straight region games, and that's just absolutely absurd. That did come to an end recently, though, but they're still 6-1 in their district, losing to Anderson County, 18th best team in Tennessee by MaxPreps.com. So very good program here coming to Baxter.
Chaffin in a shotgun set. He's going to run it on the first play of the second half. And Alcoa has an answer for it, as it's not a great gain on first down.
Just like Alcoa has an answer for all of the defensive schemes they draw up. Their defense is playing up to par with their offense coming out the second half, just allowing Bronson to get barely 3 yards. So pretty good play. This D-line, Josiah, the depth for Upperman might show tonight.
Shotgun formation again. Johnson is going to be a tight end here, and he's dangerous. And Chaffin's going to throw it. He's getting pressured. Not intentional grounding. However, Bronson Chaffin getting pressured. 3rd down and 7 for the Bees. Not good.
Yeah, Bronson's been very good, not passing the ball, but trying to just throw it away. He's had pressure on him about every single play, it looks like, and he did a great job there jumping, trying to get out of the defender's face and just chucking the ball as hard as he could at the ground right in front of Jack Smith, the sophomore. He's getting a lot of playing tonight, Josiah. He's playing
He's going to be a future star player for the Bees in the years to come. He's a sophomore. They've had some sophomores starting tonight. Chaffin, empty set. Big play. Chaffin, it's a pass. He's pressured.
It's got to be intentional grounding outside the box. You got it, coach. You did it.
And they're going to call intentional grounding.
You want to go after the
And the punt team comes on for the Upperman Bees.
Bronson and Fitz weren't on the same page there. Bronson coming over to Fitz, a little agitated, talking to him. Fitz might have ran the wrong route, and with Upperman punting Josiah, if Alcoa scores here, it'll be a 3-score game, and Bronson, he can play Superman all he wants, but 3 scores is not something you want to try to dig yourself out of.
Carmine Phillips punts, and it's a good punt. Jameer Dean was the receiver, and he's going to return it, and he is dangerous. But the Bees bring him down. Good coverage, and look, Bryson, a turnover or a quick stop is exactly what they need right now.
I wouldn't even say it's what they need. It's mandatory. It's completely mandatory to win this football game. You have to have a stop. Like, I don't see a world, maybe in a different dimension, Josiah, but I don't see a world that Upperman wins this football game if they give up a touchdown here.
It would be a big hole to get out of for the Bees if they went down 3 scores. Ultimately, Alcoa's defense has settled in some, and now we're seeing why they were called the best defense in 4A football. Alcoa, pistol set. A handoff to the Jameer Dean. The Bees really trying to rip the ball out. And there's an injury for the Tornadoes. We're going to take a quick injury timeout.
Hey Baxter, Pastor Houston Jarrett here. Life Church Baxter campus excited. We also want to invite you out to our campus across the road there at Upperman Middle School. 9 a.m. service starts on Sunday morning, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Come on over, guys, and see us at Life Church Baxter campus.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it.
2nd down and 5. There was an injured Tornado player on the play.
Looked to just be a cramp, though, so prayers up to him, but hopefully he will be okay and be able to get back in the game. That was a starting running back.
And it's a handoff, but the Bees make a great play. Big 3rd down. They have to get a stop here. They have to get off the field.
Yes, Josiah, you're completely correct. If they give up a big play here, not only does it move the chains, it takes time off the clock that Upperman desperately needs down 2 scores. And the momentum will be completely gone. The crowd's getting back into it right now. But with a big third down play from the Tornadoes offense, the crowd will be silent. You cannot have that. The crowd is a big factor tonight.
Trips left for Alcoa. And another first down strike. As Alcoa's offensive line is showing their dominance against the Bees' defensive line. Upperman, they've got to make a play, Bryson.
They really do, man. Momentum killer right there.
Pistol set. It's a handoff up the middle. And Bryson, the Bees' rush defense has been good tonight. It's been on par of what it should be, but the pass defense, that's where you miss your Branson Turnbows and you miss your Theo Browns, because the cornerback depth is just not what it has been in years past.
Yeah, you know, and partially it's just Manu knowing the holes in the zone. You know, when you run a zone, what looks like cover 3, some of this plays look like to be cover 3. When Manu, he's smart enough to know he just needs to throw the ball in the middle of the zone, and it's going to be a catch every single time.
Manu takes a shot downfield. Jameer Dean. Unbelievable. Jameer Dean is having a game. And Alcoa is starting to separate themselves from the Upperman Bees.
Unfortunately, Fitz is fast, but not sure he's Dean fast, man. That man getting off the line, the little hesitation, the crossing of the arm so he can get him on his wrong shoulder. So Fitz, if he looks towards the ball, he's looking from the left side. So there's no way to do anything about that. He's going to have to get one of his hands up and just bat the ball. But Dean knows well enough. He just has to stack him, and then he can be in position for a very easy catch. Right there, even catching it with his hands, not his body, and that just shows that he is a collegiate level player.
Timeout called by the Tornadoes. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Bees got to make a play. Going down 3 scores is going to be a big mountain to climb to come back in this game.
I feel like you need to be pretty aggressive here. And I know this is not how the seniors want to go out. Tornadoes about to go up 3 scores. You can't have your last game go like this. There has to be some fight. In the Beach game, in the 4th quarter, there was some life with an onside kick. That really brought Upperman back in the game, but they fell short. And I really hope that is not the case tonight, because Upperman, they've had such a good game. But players like Elijah Fitz, who hasn't lived up to the name of being a superstar player on this Bees team tonight, they need to make a play. They cannot go out like this.
Alcoa just has weapons literally everywhere, and it's been very hard for the Bees to contain them. Manu. A handoff on the outside of number 9. Good run.
He reached for the ball right there. The coaches teach you not to reach unless it's one of the last plays of the quarter or the game, or if it's on the goal line right there. He reaches to get as much yards as possible, which is very dangerous, and he could cough the ball up late. And a turnover right here would be crucial, because Alcoa going up 3 scores, the chances really shift going into the 4th quarter if you're up 3 scores rather than 2. 2, you can get a touchdown, get a stop, get a touchdown. Tie game. 3 scores, not the same story.
It's a handoff on the inside. The Bees get them. They've got to get off the field here. A field goal is still good news for Alcoa, because that still makes it a 3-score game.
Not sure. That might have been Noah Tarver right there making the tackle. Not completely sure, though. Either way, a bunch of Bees got in there. It's a big third down. Get a stop. Upperman has to get a stop.
Manu keeps it for himself, rolling out to the right. Wide open. Unbelievable. And the light in the tunnel for the Bees is shrinking quickly. Alcoa living up to what we thought. Maybe just a different class of team than the Upperman Bees.
Brian, get him for me right now, please.
Not completely sure what is happening to this Bees secondary. It looks like it's just falling apart.
All I need to know is how, like, if we're going to base lift, how are we going to get an edge guy to attack?
The kick's good. 21-point lead for the Tornadoes as it's not looking great for the Upperman Bees. Bees got to score, and they got to score fast. We've seen crazier things happen, but just the Bees' lack of defense to get a stop, I just don't see it happening tonight, Bryson.
Yeah, with the 2 turnovers also to Alcoa 0. Alcoa does have a punt, but in the second half, Upperman did punt. So punt to punt and +2 turnover differential for the Alcoa Tornadoes, which is crucial. You know,
2 scores,
yeah,
potentially.
Big playoff games ultimately come down to turnovers and fourth quarter. We've seen crazier stuff happen around high school, collegiate, and NFL. There's been major comebacks. It's just 3 scores. That is a lot. It's been done before, but it's a lot. And the Bees, Bronson, he's going to have to do something really special, and this would be an all-time great performance.
And it looked like someone ran onto the field. He was escorted off. Not Manu. Tyson to kick. Great kick. Carmine Phillips will not return. And the Bees comeback. It's got to start right now.
Man, Alcoa, you know, they talked a lot of smack pregame, but props to them. This football team is very deep, and they are firing on all cylinders on offense, especially their passing game. Their running game hasn't been what I thought it would be, but their passing game has definitely lived up to the Alcoa name.
Chaffin in an empty set. He's going to pass. That's a pass to Phillips, tripped up.
And I believe that might be the coaching right there. That's a heck of a play call. Just get Bronston. Let Bronston throw the ball. Let him see the ball like we talked about earlier. Go through the hoop a little bit, go into the receiver's hands, and get him going. That's what you need to do. Get your star players going, and then you'll be good. It's just really the defense right now that hasn't lived up. The coaching and the offense has been fantastic, though.
Chaffin. It's a fake screen pass. Chaffin takes a shot downfield. Carmine Phillips, he makes the catch, and he's going to go in the end zone. Unbelievable play. Wow.
Yeah, that is the greatest. No, that's the greatest catch I've ever seen in high school football. He caught it. The defender came up, put his helmet in between him and the ball. It bounced off the top of the Tornado player's head, and Carmine grabs it. That's the greatest high school. That's the greatest catch I've ever seen. That is the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Do you believe in miracles?
Give him more superstar offers, man. Give him more D1 offers. This kid, dude, he's absolutely outstanding.
I hope we got that on camera because.
Yeah, is everyone Is it working okay? Everything good? You caught that on live stream, right? That's the greatest catch I've ever seen.
It was unbelievable. But hey, take some attention to what's happening at the 35-yard line. An injured player.
Hey Baxter, Pastor Houston Jarrett here, Life Church Baxter campus, excited. We also want to invite you out to our campus across the road there at Upperman Middle School. 9 a.m. service starts on Sunday morning, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Come on over, guys, and see us at Life Church Baxter campus.
Roberts on to kick the extra point for the Bees.
And we're back from the quick injury timeout, but what a catch. Carmine Phillips, give him 6, and the Bees make it a little bit more interesting, and they score really quickly, which is exactly what they needed, but defensively still have no answers for the Tornadoes. Kick up, kick good. And Bronson Chaffin and Carmine Phillips are not going down without a fight.
The seniors on full display tonight. Bronson, you know, that wasn't his best throw, but he's on the same page. You know, he knows that if he just puts it in the general vicinity of Carmine, he's going to make that catch. And, you know, that's the starting running back for the Upperman Bees. That is one of the best running backs in 4A, one of the best running backs in Tennessee. And he made that catch. He could be the best receiver on the Bees too. Honestly.
I think the Bees have to onside kick right here. You haven't been able to stop the defense. Excuse me, you haven't been able to stop Alcoa's offense at all tonight. I mean, Thomas Manu is putting on a clinic. I think you've got to get an onside kick, or at least attempt it.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
And you've got to call some defensive plays you haven't all year. Maybe some disguised blitzes to get a big hit on Manu to make him fumble. But, I mean, he hasn't thrown an interception all year, and he doesn't look like he's going to throw one tonight, just with the way he's playing.
No, man, oh man, I can see why he's leading this team.
And he's a Mr. Football semifinal.
Yeah, and, you know, him and Nix have a very good connection. Nix knows what he's good at. You know, he doesn't have the arm of Bronson. He doesn't have the talent of Bronson, but, man, he knows how to stay in the pocket.
And it's not an onside kick. Fielded by the Tornadoes. Just going to take a knee.
There was a flag, but it was before the supposed late hit, or that's what Alcoa is hoping for, but I do not believe that would be a late hit. Has to be something, and it has to be on the receiving team.
Flag on the play. Sideline warning on Alcoa.
Sideline warning.
I'm not sure if that is any penalty yardage there, but Coach Kane choosing to be conservative there and kicking it off. I understand completely what he's doing because, hey, you push him back a little further, give your defense a chance. So I understand what Coach Kane was doing there.
Yeah, I do not believe any penalty yardage was added onto that play, but, you know, Upperman, they got to get a stop. This defense, they're a great defense, but they have to stop this 4A powerhouse.
Manu all by himself. Porath coming off the edge, but again, Alcoa. They know exactly what kind of defense Upperman's going to run, and they counter every single time, and it's great first down play. It's unbelievable, really, how good Alcoa's offense.
I'm curious because they had to have watched so much film coming up to this game. I know they had, I believe it was 13 or 14 coaches listed on MaxPats.com. That's absurd. So they watched a lot of film, and they know what they're blitzing right now. With Tate coming off the edge.
Flag on the play.
Wow. Another sideline warning, which will back them up. This time,
yeah, that just happened.
Coaching staff a little bit upset for Alcoa, which is reasonable. They've had a lot of flags this game, a lot more than Upperman has.
Second down and 6, so 5 yards on the penalty there. Alcoa. Manu. It's a handoff up the middle. First down. The hole that the offensive line just gave that running back was huge. And he accelerated and got a big play, Bryson.
Yes, my grandmother could have hit that hole and got about 20 yards. because that's just insane. You know, they have we want to just shift our focus to the 6'8" Texas Tech commit in Crow, but I mean their whole offensive line, especially their center, that it's just absurd how well they're playing, and that will be the last play of the third quarter.
Upperman, they've got a fighting chance, but they've got to make plays. We're going to take another quick timeout.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Susie Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Susie Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar Avenue in Cookeville.
And we're back. 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes as the Bees have 12 minutes to come back, 14 points. Manu. He's getting pressured by Tarver. And Manu makes a huge play. Upperman finally got pressure, but did not matter.
Yeah, the O-lineman right there, Tarver, I believe, was coming off the edge for the Bees. Looked like it could have been a blindside call, but it is 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5. These fans are loud. They've got to get off the field. It's a run. And he definitely got the 1st down. When the Bees need to get off the field, it doesn't seem like they can.
Yeah, when they desperately need something, they're just not getting it today, man. It is not the defense's day for getting off the field. Number 55, he looks like he's battling through some injuries. Offensive lineman, looks like their left tackle. He's has a really visible limp from up here.
It's a handoff to number 3. Solid gain. Alcoa moving down the field and taking time off the clock for the Bees. So Alcoa executing their game plan very well.
5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down.
Sophomore Trevor Paulk coming in.
Alcoa fans are getting loud as their team could be closing in on a huge win and a potential chance to make the state championship once again. Manu. He's going to pass. The pocket is wide open, and Upperman cannot guard Alcoa. It just comes down to that.
Yeah, it's simple and plain right here. The secondary, man, the secondary compared to Alcoa's weapons, I mean, like you said earlier, looks like the Space Force out here. I mean, they got players who can go deep, catch the ball, players open space, and Alcoa has had some injuries on their receiving core this game, and still their depth is really showing tonight.
Alcoa, it's a handoff to the right side. Originally stopped, but a good play by number 3 to get some more yards.
Yes. Let's go trade left. Hey, bring him over. Come, guys, stay in bounds.
Short gain on the play,
Right now you're up to Trey Left.
Second and goal, Tornadoes.
2nd and 6. Or rather, 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Alcoa has a chance to go up by 3 scores once again. Monty rolls out to the right. He's going to keep it for himself. And just slides.
Yeah, he took the smart play there. You are in field goal range because their kicker is absolutely magnificent. He is just probably one of the best kickers I've ever seen. We've seen some good kickers here this season too.
He's got one of the biggest legs.
Yes. Haven't seen him kick a field goal yet, but I'm sure he can make it from this distance. It would be the same.
Hey, the Tennessee Volunteers need to be down here scouting this guy.
Yeah.
We need a kicker. Manu, pistol set. It's a handoff. And that's a touchdown. Alcoa has had a response for everything thrown at them tonight. Credit to them. They've lived up to the hype.
40 looks like to put up 49 points.
Penalty on the Bees, I believe. Maybe.
Flag on the play. Sideline warning on the Bees.
And Bees fans some are leaving the stands, and Alcoa closing in on yet another state championship run.
Josiah, if I hear another whistle tonight, I might fall over. I'm not going to lie to you. There's been a lot of sloppy play here tonight. Fantastic game. One of the best high school football games I've ever witnessed personally. But, you know, the sloppy play, the whistle blowing, it's a lot.
Kick is good. 49-28. Thomas Manu, in my opinion, should win Mr. Football for 4A. Not thrown an interception all year. Been very accurate, on time. Picked apart the Bees defense, which has usually been the backbone of the team. And he just picked them apart. And Thomas Manu, I think he should win Mr. Football.
Yeah, he's done it very, very easily too tonight. I mean, I'm not even sure he's had to break a sweat. He has not ran the ball that much. He's just staying in the pocket, 2-3 step drop, step up, square the shoulders, and deliver a dime to one of your 10 receiver, tight end, running backs who can catch the ball and make a play.
Yeah, Alcoa's depth is unmatched.
They might not be the best team in 4A football. I'm not sure we will see coming up because they look to advance. Upperman closing in on their last game of the season, but Alcoa, they definitely have the best depth in 4A, I believe. I believe it's not even close.
Carmine Phillips will return it. And he's still going. Carmine Phillips gets into Tornadoes territory. He's not going down in his potentially last game without a fight.
Respect to Carmine. Respect to Carmine, man. Looked like there was an injured Alcoa player, but he does get up. Hopefully he is okay. But Carmine, he's not going down without a fight, man. He's played absolute fantastic offensively and defensively tonight. Special teams right there, too. Throwing, he is a triple threat to this Upperman Bees team. It just stinks that the defense has not been up to par with what they've normally been. Yeah, man, it stinks.
Chaffin, what do you get? It's a toss to Phillips. And Alcoa just blows it up.
The Upperman Bees is trying to get something going, drawing up a little bit of a trickery play right there. I like that. It just doesn't work out because Alcoa, man, they get to the quarterback way too quickly.
Flag on the field.
This might be in the field for OPI, offensive pass interference.
It's on Alcoa. I think extracurriculars there. And hey, Alcoa, can't talk bad about them at all. They've played amazing, but they are a little chirpy to the Bees.
Still covering that big. Go big and making shots.
Tornadoes.
You can still play tough.
It's
8 minutes and 6 seconds remain. From the 35-yard line, the Bees have a chance to get points up, but they can't stop Alcoa. Chaffin. It's a handoff to Phillips.
Coach got it, Marty. Coach Mitch. Coach on the boundary. Get him over there.
And
Did you witness that?
yeah,
I really don't want to talk about the officiating because the Bees have gotten many breaks tonight, but a player just threw a punch at number 21 Tate Porath, the senior, and there is no flag on the field.
can't speak much about that, Bryson. Chaffin. Looks like he's going to throw it, and he will. Threads the needle to Gunner Block. Great throw there.
That's the Bronson Chaffin type throw right there. Delivering the ball, keeping it out of harm's way.
Clock continues to run. The Bees, they've got to hurry up.
The Bees do really need to have a hurry-up offense, especially for their upcoming possession, if they have one, that is. Taking way too much time off the clock right now. Need a score before 6 minutes.
Chaffin being pressured. It's intercepted.
Don't touch anybody.
Bronson Chaffin was flattened there.
Hey, Nick. Anybody on our team that says he was,
And I'd like to take the chance to thank everyone who's watched us tonight. Thank you for our sponsors who sponsor us the whole season. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate play. I saw what Bronson was seeing. He was pressured, though. Man, this is not the way Upperman football wanted to go out. Very unfortunate, but they played one heck of a game.
We gotta snap the ball. We gotta play off. We gotta snap the ball.
Alcoa needs to hurry up. 6 minutes and 39 seconds remain in the football game. Bees fans starting to leave the stadium. Manu. It's a handoff to number 26. He's going to go out of bounds.
Really stinks because I don't really have much to say at this point. Alcoa, when it's all said and done, they are what looks like the superior football team overall.
Manu. It's a handoff to number 26 again. Good open field tackle by Carmine Phillips.
And he has been the bright spot. He is, I'm just going to say it right now, nothing's going to change. He will be my end player of the game. And honestly, one of the best players in the season, having to fill the shoes of star running back Ethan Polk, senior from last year. He came in and he played his best football.
It's going to be close to the first down if he did not get it. See where they mark it.
Not sure, it could be. Yeah, they are going to call it a first down. Moving the chains, and the time is ticking. Upperman has timeouts left, but at this current moment in time, out of respect for Alcoa, I'm not even sure you use them.
No, this football game is over, Bryson.
Hey, no. Get in the huddle, guys. The huddle. Huddle. Let's have it now.
Manu hands it off to number 9. Up the middle for a short gain.
It was a heck of a run by this football team, though, man. Props to them.
4-yard gain on the play. It's second.
Maybe, just maybe, if Upperman had to play them later down the line, it would have been different. Playing them so early is not ideal because Alcoa, a lot of people know that they are one of the best football teams in Tennessee and ranked number 10 at one point by maxpreps.com. Now dropped to 18, but man, you can see, I'm curious to see how good Anderson County and how far they go in the playoffs, because if they can beat this team, they can go anywhere, Josiah.
Handoff there for Alcoa, as this game is going to come to an end. And hey, the Bees came up short here tonight, Bryson, but we knew coming into this game it was going to be a tough matchup and costly fumbles, but I think it's just straight out Alcoa is the better football team.
Upperman definitely has, in my opinion, the better quarterback, running back, and tight end. But besides that, I'm not too sure how many more position battles they win against this football team. This team looks like a college level team.
It's a handoff to the outside to number 9.
Carmine Phillips, heck of a tackle right there. He's racked up the tackles. I can't say for sure, but I believe he is the leading tackler for the Bees. Just haven't got the full second half stats yet, but I believe he probably is the #1 tackler for the Bees right now. He's played absolutely fantastic, and I know this is not the way you want to go out, but to all the seniors, if you're listening to this, you played your heart out, and everyone here, even though we got beat, everyone's proud of you. Everyone's proud of the seniors. They played their heart out, and even though they didn't play their best football tonight, it's okay. They played their heart out, and all these fans and everyone here at the Hive is very proud of you, representing our school and a fantastic football program, and we just hope to get back to the same level of football next year.
Seniors, if you're listening to this after the game, you left the program in a better place than you found it. You embody what Upperman football represents, and you're everything that we need as an Upperman fan base. I mean, a physical football team that fights on every single snap and that continually makes plays. And seniors, we're all proud of you, and you came up short tonight, but a lot of you will continue to take your talents to the next level, and we'll be rooting for you then.
One minute and 27 seconds left on the clock. Just get the last few snaps in, take it all in for the seniors. And
you've got a lot of players out there that their numbers are going to be retired.
Yes.
Man. Sad way to end the season for the Upperman Bees, but hey, you're losing to a 23-time state championship winning team, the Alcoa Tornadoes. At least you're not getting upset like last year, but hey, it was a great season, Bryson, and we're really blessed to have been able to call these games and to been watch good football all year. 4th down for Alcoa. They get the first down. The clock will run out, and they will have guaranteed a win. Manu. It's a quick pass to the outside. It's first down for the Tornadoes.
Pass complete.
First down. Well, Bryson, let's go ahead and pick our player of the game. You want to go first?
Called it about 5 minutes ago, man. Carmine Phillips. Fantastic. He was, and I can say for certain, in my opinion, Carmine Phillips was the best offensive, defensive, and special teams player here tonight. Making a lot of tackles, making a lot of big plays, having most of the yardage for this Upperman offense. He played his heart out, and I just hope he gets to play at a good college so I can continue to watch him play. Who was your player of the game?
Thomas Manu. Statistically speaking, one of the best quarterback performances you can have. Didn't think he had that many incomplete passes. Super accurate with the football. Him and Jameer Dean, they're a special connection. And hey, Alcoa football, they're a heck of a football team. And the Bees, keep your head high. You lost to a state championship caliber team. This game is over, and Bees fans are giving their seniors a round of applause. To all the seniors, once again, you gave it your all. It is your last game. It's sad. But hey, man, you went out with swagger, and you made us proud and all Bees fans proud. So shout out to the seniors. Well, Bryson, football season is officially over for the UHS Hive. To everyone at home, couldn't do it without y'all. Having this opportunity, I'm speaking for you two. It's been a blessing. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you for Miss Susie.
Learned a lot.
Of course.
Thank you for Miss Susie and the media program for running this. And hey, we've probably not been the best play-by-play and color commentators out there, but we tried our best and we gave it our all each and every Friday night for you. And it's a sad way to go out, obviously, but you go out to a team like Alcoa, you kind of understand.
Yeah, man, it's okay. We're blessed to have this opportunity. Me and Josiah, Tucker and Blake aren't going to get to say anything, but they're very proud of what we've done this year and very happy. And it's an unfortunate outcome, but man, Upperman Bees football is fantastic, and it was a heck of a season.
Very proud of Coach Kane, the whole team. The season is over. It's a sad sight to see, but hey, can't ask for better football around here. And hey, next year is going to be an exciting time, looking for the future. And hey, it was an honor to do this for you all season. But good news on the bright side of all this sadness, basketball season is coming up for the Upperman Bees, the defending state champions. And guess what? The UHS Hive will be covering those this year for the first time. It's going to be great, Bryson. Hey, and we got Mr. Basketball and arguably the best team in the state. And Upperman sports as a whole is just unbelievable. And came up short tonight, but again, still proud of the guys. Got any final words for the full football season, Bryson?
Bronson Chaffin should win Mr. Football. That's my final words. He played fantastic. He played his heart out. Even if he didn't have the best game of his career, man, him bringing what he brought to this program is just fantastic, and I'm very proud of him, and I'm sure every single Upperman fan is.
It's sad to see Bronson Chaffin's last game in a black and gold uniform, but hey, he left the program in a better place than he found it. Most decorated quarterback I think Upperman's ever had, and he's going to Georgia State, so we're going to get to watch him on Saturdays now, and maybe even Sundays if he can continue to grow his talent. One of the best to ever do it for Upperman. I'm Josiah Nichols, and I've been doing your play-by-play the whole season, and I'm Been honored to do it.
I'm Bryson Reeb, doing the color commentating, and thank you, Miss Susie, and thank you for God just giving us this opportunity to talk to everyone and do what we love.
And we will see you at basketball season. Thank you to everyone watching.
Susie Q's Uniforms is raising the bar for every professional in the Upper Cumberland. From the front line to the finish line, we outfit the heroes who keep our community moving. Fire, EMS, police, medical, industrial, and sports. Whatever your mission, we've got the gear you need to look sharp and perform your best. Need personalization? No problem. We offer custom embroidery alterations made in-house. Susie Q's is your only local tactical dealer with powerhouse brands like 511 Tactical, Proper, Carhartt, Flying Cross, True Spec, First Tactical, and more. If you wear it, work in it, train in it, or sweat in it, we've got it. Stop in today and experience why Susie Q's Uniforms is Cookeville's go-to for quality, comfort, and customer service. Susie Q's Uniforms, where the Upper Cumberland gets ready for work. Find us at 337 North Cedar Avenue in Cookeville.